Good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Jubilee and Sun City Radio Scatter, Saboba FM Saboba, and A1 Radio Bolgatanga, Get Radio TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up this morning, in the wake of government struggle to win the war against Galamsey, when Chichi's reality is that the canker cannot be stopped. But why is he saying this? Stay tuned for details. Also, the life of a 6-year-old child with cerebral palsy hangs in the balance after the Draben government hospital delays payment of 4.3 million cedis in damages awarded by a court for causing his condition. We'll hear from the lawyer pursuing the case, saying Ghanaians should continue suing medical negligence to sanitize the health system in business.
Government plans to borrow more than 24 billion Ghana cedis through issuance of treasury bills for third quarter of this year as concerns go over the country's rising debts. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, floods of trauma as some residents of New Bortianor endure hanging homes, unbearable traffic and bad roads.
It make fall of rain, the gutter will make fall. So you wait till every rain in the gutter will go before you get out.
These are more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Please stay. And we start from our election headquarters, brought to you by Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity. SIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, AICPA and SIMA together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Chopbox Technologies, a convenience service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging gaps for positive youth development. Now, the chief of Achimwenchi, Dasebre, Dr. Asumedu Apia, has said efforts to halt illegal mining, popularly referred to as Galamsey, in his area are futile due to a lack of alternative employment opportunities. During a visit by NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the chief criticized that the current system for granting mining permits without involving local traditional leaders who oversee the land. His comments comes in the wake of government struggling fight against the menace. Here are excerpts.
We are concerned and worried about the situation here. There are no jobs here for us. It is only Galamsey. Although it is illegal, I am not sure we can stop it. All what we want is alternative source of livelihood for the people here, and I believe it will resolve the Galamsey menace. I am pleading with you to help my people get jobs.
While responding to the chief NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia said if elected, he will grant chiefs an equity stake in future small-scale mining ventures. Additionally, he pledged to allocate at least $10 million annually to the Geological Survey Department to enhance their mineral exploration capabilities.
The second thing I may say Geological Survey Department, more resources, at least $10 million a year, to do the surveys, so that you know exactly where the minerals are. And then it's trial and error. And in the environment, no essay, try how we now say, but ye geological survey, no, you bet me who say a hand gold ho, enti ye community mining scheme. Now ya common user facilities. Na alcohol.
And you had that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, flag bearer for the NPP. Now to the NDC. The NDC has issued a strong response to a Greek minister, Brian Champon, over his comments against giving any chances to them winning the December election. Mr. Champon, during the second leg of Mr. Baumia's tour of the Eastern region, emphatically declared that the NPP will secure a win by any means necessary.
NDC for Pell, Amun Pell, 2024 abano enya do me winning da. I'm winning. Moko check your record. I'm winning. Na MPP amanyo kuono.
Whether the NDC likes it or not, they will never win the 2024 election. They will never win. Go and check their record. They won't win. The MPP is bound to win the election. We will use any means to win the election. We have pastors, women, even traditionalists. If you don't understand, go and bend the sea. We will win the election at all costs so we can continue the good works of the MPP.
But the NDC's Deputy Communications Officer Malik Basintali insists they will not give him the chance.
And when he was about to take the hotels, we said, hi, you ran away. And you dare say you will not hand over power to President Mahama. I have a message for him. On the 9th of December, inshallah, if the good people vote for John Mahama and your MPs, if he's a man, he should not hand over power and see. We will show him that when iron and iron meet, you will see fire.
Away from the election headquarters, the life of a 6-year-old child with cerebral palsy is in danger as the Jobbing Government Hospital drags its feet on paying 4.3 million cedis in damages awarded by the Kumasi High Court for causing the child's condition. The child's mother was given an overdose of Cytotec during her pregnancy at the hospital, which resulted in his condition. The counsel, Albert Jane Fee, said on the law on Sunday that the child's condition is deteriorating.
So this child since birth has not been able to chew. So every food it takes is liquid. Every food this child takes is liquid.
At what age now?
He's now 6 years. That child cannot have hygiene on his own. So he still wears diapers at the age of 6. He cannot crawl, he cannot walk, he cannot talk. That means he cannot go to school. The condition now is that the child is lifeless. Like you mentioned, the court has awarded 4.3 million Ghana cedis. We have not received a peso because, like I said, there's an appeal and there's also a stay of execution. Stay of execution means...
But you need these monies...
for the child to survive.
Well, Mr. Jenfi is also urging Ghanaians to regularly sue against medical negligence to sanitize the health system.
Perpetuating this kind of act in Ghana, I think sue, take action. Even if you don't like the money, take it and give it to charity. Let some people feel culpable for what they have done. It will send the signals out there and we can reshape our health system. Other than that, these things will not work.
The law airs every Sunday at 2 p.m. on the Joy News channel. Now imagine living in a house you can only access with the help of a ladder. That's the situation of 25-year-old Nanaya Wisdom Eshen, whose video went viral as he climbed a ladder to his home. Well, 1 year after we brought you the story, his situation hasn't changed. Max Olagbegwa has more in the Floods of Trauma series.
It is March 2023. Flood water has forced the collapse of the building here at New Bortianor. 2 children, 9 and 11 years, were swept away. They died. Their mother, Nanama, sits on the floor inconsolable. Not too far from Nanama's house is a house which is virtually hanging. The only way to access Nanaya's residence is with the help of a ladder which sits about 10 feet deep into the belly of the earth. The only thing missing here today is the ladder.
Anytime it's raining, it's very dangerous because you heard a sound of vibration. All the house were vibration and many things happen. Erosion is very hard. It's very dangerous. The government to do something for us because you came here last year and right now it's getting worse than last year.
Another resident, Ales Danabenyi, says the flood is not only destroying their structures but also destroying properties, roads and claiming lives. He wants authorities to deal with the problem. The situation at New Bortianor does not only pose a challenge to residents but persons who use the Accra-Takoradi highway.
Before, the whole place was bush. When it rains during that time, the soil can absorb the water, but now they are building their houses. They have transferred everything, their waterways, everything to the main road.
Maxwell Agbagba with our Floods of Trauma series today, and that's how we end the bulletin here on Joe 99.7 FM. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Hey, we see you specking your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand the chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier Provident Fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Go me. Now what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the go be too small.
Go, the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with Omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, Omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi, you mean Omnibisic. OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger teeth.
This advert is FDA approved.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, west,
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers.
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Bafu,
Hey, morning.
listen to this.
I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps this is the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter.
You remember that?
Oh, I do.
You remember what John Mahama said in response?
When some other jurisdiction, he would have resigned by now. Back his word, he put his presidency on the line. Because now his own people have been found to be the ones engaged. All their party executives have concessions and are doing illegal mining in forest reserves.
Now listen to what Erastus found when he went around recently to find out the state of Galamsey in the notorious areas. This is how people are purifying their water.
This water is polluting our baby's legs.
Now, I feel so sick. I know you say it's pure water. Now that you and I know any scar. Oh yeah.
So do you know what they are doing? There is a chemical called aluminium sulfate, right? It's used to purify water. If you put it in the water, it coagulates all the particles and lets them sink to the bottom, so that the clearer water can be seen at the top. But aluminium sulfate on its own, if ingested, can be poisonous.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that's healthy in itself.
It's not, right? So those who purify water with it, they have a very deep understanding of the quantities that are needed in order for the water to remain safe for drinking. These people clearly don't, out of desperation, because the water that is their source has been poisoned and polluted by Galamsey.
That's just terrible.
So they have to now put in as much aluminium sulfate as they can. And the pregnant woman in this sound that you just heard is complaining about how it makes her skin itch.
Yeah, haven't we had stories of deformed babies?
Haven't we?
Yeah. It's terrible.
So what's the president doing? Where is he? Where
He said
is
he was
President
ready to put
Akufo-Addo?
his presidency on the line.
Yeah. He's got 4 months of it left. Will he resign? Because he's failed. No, is anyone fighting Galamsey in Ghana? Can you name?
I don't know. We just say it in talk, plain talk, and nothing else.
In fact, even the talk cry. Who is talking? Who is talking against Galamsey?
Unless the media puts pressure.
Yeah. They've given up. Well, it was your presidency you put on the line. So at this point, you should lose your presidency. I mean, how much more serious an issue can there be than the environmental terrorism that Galamsey is posing to this country?
I mean, if you take a look at the rivers right now, I mean, you can't tell whether they're really rivers or it's just so terrible.
Look, majority of our water bodies, apart from the Volta, all polluted by Galamsey.
It's terrible.
All our water. Come on.
Nobody's thinking about the future.
Anyway, we are. If nobody is fighting it, we are. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Time now for the Joy Business Report. And that is thanks to Omni Basic Bank at your service and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government plans to borrow more than 24 billion cedis through issuance of treasury bills for third quarter of this year as concerns grow over the country's rising debt. Also, total amount of mobile money accounts kept with commercial banks at the end of June this year reaches record levels of 115 billion cedis. We've got details for you as well. Plus, LPG marketers begin indefinite boycott of two industry giants, Blue Ocean and Sage Petroleum, over moves by the firms to become direct suppliers of to consumers rather under the gas recirculation model. We've got details coming up. Don't go anywhere. My name is Daryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidon on KT Radio. Now, government is planning to borrow more than 24 billion Ghana cedis through the issuance of treasury bills. This was contained in government's issuance calendar for the third quarter of this year. Here's more.
Government in all is planning to issue treasury bills worth 78 billion cedis for the third quarter of this year. Out of these short-term papers, 53.8 billion cedis of it will be treasury bills that have matured, and the Finance Ministry is planning to roll over, while the remaining 24.6 billion cedis will be fresh funds that it is planning to raise from the market. According to issuance calendar, this is to help government meet its financing obligations for the next 2 months. Government in the notice maintained that raising funds from the domestic market is in line with conditions under the IMF program. However, for some market watchers, they are still worried about the level of borrowing and how it could affect efforts to bring the country's debt to sustainable levels.
Meantime, for the fifth consecutive week, government failed to meet its treasury bills target. That's according to auction results from the Bank of Ghana. Similarly, interest rates went up marginally due to tightening liquidity. Listen.
The government got 5.33 billion cedis from the sale of the short-term instrument, about 19% lower than the targeted amount of 6.558 billion Ghana cedis. All the bids tendered were accepted. Around 4.101 billion Ghana cedis came from the 91-day bill, approximately 77.3% of the total bids tendered. For the 182-day bill, 967.19 million Ghana cedis was tendered. The 364-day bill, however, received total bids worth 231.14 million Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, interest rates surged marginally. The yield on the 91-day bill was 24.825% from 24.820% the previous week. That of the 182-day bill was 26.764% from the preceding weeks of 26.76%. The rate of the 364-day bill was, however, 27.857% as against the past weeks of 27.85%.
Turning to another story we are following for you this morning, LPG marketers will beginning today stop loading products from two industry giants, Blue Ocean and Sage Petroleum. The action has been influenced by plans by the two firms to now start selling gas directly to consumers under the cylinder recirculation model. Now, there fears this move could lead to limited supply of products on the market, but the marketers are downplaying this concern, insisting they will depend on other bulk suppliers. Gabriel Kume is Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association.
This is an effort to protect local and indigenous businesses. This is an effort to stop one company from monopolizing the whole LPG sector. So we are definitely going to do that because Sage Petroleum and Blue Ocean have been able to convince NPA not to allow us to be part of the cylinder recirculation model which is going on. And we are not going to allow this to happen. You can't be doing business, use one hand to do business with us and use another hand to take our daily bread from us.
Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kumith, there. Meanwhile, energy strategist Dr. Yusuf Suleiman is asking government to quickly intervene when it comes to the concerns of the LPG marketers, especially to do with the cylinder recirculation model.
These are the way issues prop up. They start like this and you don't leave them the bad and they blow that out of proportion. And remember, things within the industry, we have to be very cautious. Like I mentioned to you, the downstream is very key to, to our energy security, to the supply of petroleum products, and then to our GDP. But what I was saying is that I know this time leadership of NPA, they have precedence, which is good. And one of the great trump cards is the ability to engage. So I believe they should be able to resolve this. I'm saying that because I've seen that they've done a lot of engagement, but still, there are still some rough edges. They shouldn't give up.
You heard energy strategist Dr. Yusuf Suleiman speaking. Now, the total amount of mobile money accounts with telcos that has been kept with commercial banks reached 115 billion cedis at the end of June this year. That's according to the latest financial technology report released by the Bank of Ghana. George Rafi has details.
This is actually different from the total value of mobile money transactions, which hit 1.2 trillion cedis ending June this year. However, it is that money on the wallet on your phone which the mobile money operators have kept with the commercial banks based on the Bank of Ghana requirement. Again, when you do a month-on-month comparison, the money saved with the commercial banks have gone up significantly, a development that could be helping bring in more money outside the banking system. If you do a breakdown of the mobile money numbers, all the transaction types on this platform have seen some strong growth over the past 6 months. For instance, out of the 1.2 trillion cedis funds that were moved on the platform for the first 6 months of this year, 44% of that had to do with transfers from one wallet to the other, or call it the person-to-person transfers. The Bank of Ghana puts the registered number of mobile money accounts ending June this year at 69.3 million.
George, you are filled with that report. Now, financial analyst Dr. Benjamin Amoah has called for a national assessment of a proposal by Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to back the country's currency with gold. Even though he admits the practice is not new, he warned there is the need to critically examine the policy. Speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Amoah said such a policy must get the support of all stakeholders in the mining and financial sectors to make it effective.
We also need to be thinking about the environmental concern that has got to do with gold. Because in many instances, these gold are not what I would call green gold. Green gold in the sense that they may not have been mined in a sustainable manner. And if you are going to purchase this gold just because you want to maintain the value of your currency, if you don't manage the environmental aspect of it very well, you will end up shortchanging your environment as you work on the stability of your currency. So we need to have a better understanding to the policy, and then we can interrogate it further.
You had a financial analyst, Dr. Benjamin Amoah, there. Let's head to the currency market. Here's what's looking like this morning. The dollar going for 15 cedis, 73 pesos. The British pound, 20 cedis, 8 pesos. The euro going for 17 cedis, 18 pesos. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries is appealing to the Bank of Ghana to reduce a sanction given to businesses found to have issued DAT checks. More than 200 businesses and 47 individuals from June this year have been barred from access to credit from the banking system. This is part of sanctions for persistent issuance of DAT checks, said Chuma Kwaba is Chief Executive of the Association of Ghana Industries.
These are businesses that are employing people and they have transactions to do. So you are more or less saying, hey, you better close shop. Because especially if the nature of the business requires you to be constantly borrowing and doing banking transactions, you are being taken completely off the banking sector. So it's really unfortunate. And if there's a way of reconsidering the level of punishment and reducing it a little bit, I think that would be great.
You heard Chuma Kwaba, Chief Executive of the Association of Ghana Industries. Let's turn to the stock market. Expect the share prices of MTN Ghana and Benzo Oil Palm Plantation to go up this week. This is due to the supply and demand dynamics of the stock market. Here's Grace Munayan of Data Bank Research on how your investments will fare.
Last week, the board registered 3 price movers consisting of 2 gainers and a laggard. The gainers were New Gold and Benz Oil Palm Plantation, whereas MTN Ghana closed the week as the sole decliner. Driven by the declines in MTN, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index lowered 3.17% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 41.87%. Whereas the Data Bank Stock Index decreased by 2.36% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 37.01%. Total turnover surged 7 times to 12.9 million Ghana cedis from the exchange of 194,768 shares across 21 different counters. New Gold and MTN Ghana were the most active stocks, jointly accounting for 89% of the weekly turnover. Based on the demand and supply dynamics of the market, we tipped the prices of MTN Ghana and Benz Oil Palm Plantation to increase this week. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Munanyun of Data Bank Research.
And that's Grace. Thank you so much. On the commodity market this morning, crude oil open trading at $79 a barrel, going up slightly from yesterday's trading. Gold selling at $2,430 an ounce after losing marginally. Cocoa increased by more than $600 to open trading at $7,390 a ton. And before we go, this. It's just 18 days before the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair. We are bringing you Habitat Fair today with all the updates ahead of the fair scheduled for the 30th of August to the 1st of September. Is the 15th edition, and this year's theme, home ownership. Get a house, make it a home. There are going to be scores of exhibitors, including Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited. Their product line, real estate development and sale of high-quality UPVC windows, door profiles, plasterboards, gypsum adhesive, and accessories. Outside of the Habitat Fair, you can locate them at Katamanso off Adenta Dodowa Road. Check out their website, eleganthomesgh.com, or contact them 0244 699 053 or 0576 597419. And so that's it. The Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair just 18 days away. Do stay tuned. The Super Morning Show continues. Let's welcome the King, Safohene Nana Kudeyanksen, as he walks majestically to his seat.
Very careful. All right. Well, so they've got us something from Diana Hamilton. I think you'll like this one. It's right up your alley.
Okay.
Diana Hamilton fan, aren't you?
Oh, I like her music. Is this in English?
It's called Onwanweni.
Ah, okay.
So I would say no.
All right.
All right then. Enjoy.
Fantastic. I was with them this weekend, and everyone is doing well. Yeah, getting excited for the festival.
If Akufo-Addo knew that you'd be so interested in the affairs of Cape Coast, he would have made you, what they call it, regional minister.
Yeah. A redundant job like
chief
that.
fighter against Galamsey. Galamsey in the
But
central
is that Galamsey happening in Cape Coast?
No,
in the region, yeah, maybe.
In the central region.
In the central region,
yeah,
but Cape Coast.
Nowhere near Cape Coast. But isn't it amazing that nobody is fighting Galamsey?
No, I'm not shocked at all. Listen, we were told in this republic, you remember, the MPP consistently told everybody that, because we were fighting Galamsey, that's why we lost in certain areas. And some people were endorsing that view, as if there's a period where you can take a break on being law-abiding, so that because of politics, we can proceed with our lives. And we were okay with it. In fact, we even made it look like it was something good. To say, we did work, we were trying to do the work, that's why we lost in certain areas. But then, we had agreed it is under this government that there has been a greater call by virtually everybody in the Republic. Clergy have been involved. Remember, they went to pray at some Galamsey site, they did press conferences and all of that. We've had basically all the groupings that are supposed to speak up, even those in the diplomatic sector. They've all been talking about this matter. I do not think what else would, except, you see, I heard the chief say, on the face of it, I want to say, no chief should be speaking like that. Yeah. Should be saying that we can't stop it because there are no alternative. But we set up alternative livelihood there program.
There were several programs.
Right from Amewu's time. I remember when immediately they started this, halt this process, halt that. We set it up. We said alternative livelihood. Apart from reclamation, it was the other plank of our fight against Galamsey. So if 8 years down the line, we are still discussing alternative livelihoods, and people are insisting that if they don't have alternative livelihoods, but on the other side, it is quite dangerous for anybody to say that now I have taken to prostitution. You let me choose the other lesser crimes. I have taken I have taken to robbery.
Yeah, because they
but
have no jobs.
Because I am unemployed, you cannot stop the robbery. No, it's fine. Let the robbery continue. Let people die. Let our waters be polluted. Let's get all the dangers we are getting out of that. Let the kidney-related issues continue. Because there are no jobs for other people.
And then Raymond,
and this cannot be coming from a chief.
And for
custodian of the land, traditional custodian.
Anybody who think that this is a current issue maybe might not be fair.
Yeah.
But there is always a signaling effect. There's a reason why, Kojo, when we all get to the red light, we stop. Because you know that when you cross the red light, what will happen to you? So when you get to that stand where we don't see leadership taking actions to tell us that if Imbura crosses the red light, this is what is going to happen to you. Everybody will get to the red light and they'll cross it. And so for me, that's where we've gotten to, that we haven't done certain things to tell others that, listen, you dare not cross the red light. We know about the local issue that persists. I think that you might be behaving like ostriches if you don't appreciate the local and the community challenge that people are facing. But you need to set an example to others that don't cross the red light.
Look, let's listen to the man himself, the chief of Achim Wenchi, Osiewu Hene Dasebre Dr. Asumedo Apia. This is exactly what he said.
We are concerned and worried about the situation here. There are no jobs here for us. It is only Galamsey. Although it is illegal, I am not sure we can stop it. All what we want is alternative source of livelihood for the people here, and I believe it will resolve the Galamsey menace. I am pleading with you to help my people get jobs.
This is the chief of Achim Wenchi.
Speaking to the vice president. Oh,
yes, telling the vice president that look, the thing we can't stop. If you are expecting Galamsey to stop, it won't stop because there's no other work for us to do. Just replace Galamsey with armed robbery.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Or replace Galamsey with ritual murder. Does it make sense? Now, I agree with you that it's a bit disappointing to hear this coming from a traditional leader.
Yeah, custodian of the land.
But my biggest disappointment is still reserved for the president who put his presidency on the line. And there is still 4 months of presidency left. I mean, at this point, having realized that you can't do it, having realized that you have failed in the fight against Galamsey, and Raymond, you are right, it's a 360-degree failure. You failed at fighting the thing, stopping it. You failed at reclaiming the land. You failed at providing alternative livelihoods. You failed at even setting up community mining. You failed at legalizing small-scale mining. You failed 360 in all aspects of this fight. You failed. And there's no excuse. At this point, I mean, how much dignity must a person have to at least come and acknowledge that this thing that I promised, I could not deliver. And the nation is being poisoned as a result of it. Pregnant women developing all kinds of skin conditions because they are forced to purify their own water. Apart from the voter, every water body in this country is polluted. And you are still president.
And over the weekend, you could see those pictures.
An apology.
And you see, they used to be hidden. You have to go deep into forest, go and find some other places to. But now, by the roadside. They have become so brazen, and they are taking the cue from the likes of this man we are dealing with here. And it, with all due respect, no traditional leader should be speaking this way.
So if there are jobs today provided at the local level, are they going to stop Galamsey?
No. Do you know why? I've seen some research that says that the kind of jobs that are... So let's look at the thing. These are low-skilled people who expect high returns from the kind of jobs that they are doing. So Galamsey guarantees them that with all the risk involved. I hope you get my point. But it is preposterous to expect the guy, mostly an SHS graduate, to be earning the kind of money they are earning for the alternative jobs that you are talking about. That's why they don't want to do it. You get what I'm trying to say? They were farmers. They were doing other things prior to the Galamsey. Because this one gives them better returns. And it appears the risk is minimal now. Except a few of them that get trapped in, what they call it, these pits. And we all have to end up praying, sending all our resources there and go and rescue them. When we take out that one, they are not willing to do the things others are doing, like farming and the rest. Because there was farming before the Galamsey came. Look, so it's not as if they have alternatively nothing to do.
It's an excuse they are making because they've realized that there's no leadership.
And teams are parroting that.
And you see, Raymond and George, the levels to this disappointment are plenty. Because it's not only the president. I mean, he may have promised and failed. And, I mean, he has to live with himself. And actually, he has to face us for that. But...
assign a minister.
There's below you. There's a minister for lands and natural resources.
There's an interministerial committee.
I'm even coming slowly there. There's a minister directly responsible for lands and natural resources. He's there. There was an entire committee set up of ministers to deal with this thing. They are also still there. Well, I mean, I don't know if the committee is there, but the ministers are there. You have a regional minister who is in charge of RegSec. He's there. There's a DCE collecting salary every godforsaken month, insisting we call him honorable. He's there. There's a member of parliament claiming he's representing those people. He's there. Then there's a chief like this man. I mean, look, in this country, and
for most mining districts, they are also mining inspectors.
Raymond, you see, all the way down the value chain. All the way down the value chain, failure after failure after failure after failure. And they wake up and come to work every day, and we still call them honorable. Meanwhile, they what? Hey,
you should see the pictures of the water. You should see. Anyway, let's do the Drive Safe campaign.
Yes, and it's brought to you by Toyota Superior Quality. Of course, I mean, this is a Journeys of Multimedia Group program, the campaign itself, and it's supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance, solid protection. So this morning, you should note that it's all about you. Remember, it's not just about the vehicle. Be aware of your environment, the type of car, and the specific skills required. There is a general caution that at least do some 2 minutes check on your car before you move out every morning. You might be in a hurry, but it will also save lives. There are certain things you would identify if you just do the 2 minutes check on your car before you step out every morning. Of course, perfect your concentration and awareness when you are behind the wheel and make sure your skills will fall in line. And ideally, this is something that I mostly say. Consistently check your visual acuity. Check whether your eyesight is still functioning the way it's supposed to function. Because we take for granted.
Let me adjust my glasses.
Yes, I'm just looking at you, so no problem. We take for granted that as we age and certain things happen to us, we lose the visual acuity and the level of alertness that we should be having, which then affects our ability to see on the road. So please make sure that occasionally, I was hoping that we could add it to our reviews and insisting that you bring a new, what they call a report, that suggests when you're going to review your licenses, that your eyesight is as good as you used to when you first got your license or previously. That would help us know that the guy managing the heavy machinery on the road can see ahead and can really know what's happening anyway.
All right. Well, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
Pop quiz. Do these two words have the same meaning? Imply and infer. The answer is no. To imply means to hint at something without actually saying it. For example, by recounting stories from 1983, Sammy implied that he was over 40 years old. To infer means to make a deduction from something that was not stated categorically. For example, I inferred from his stories about the year 1983 that Sammy must be over 40 years old. Here's a simple way to explain it. The speaker implies and the listener infers. And now we all know how to say it right. Okay. All right, let's get on with it. The news review now brought to us by Access Bank, more than banking. See what's in the headlines.
Yes, let me start with the Daily Graphic. It's reporting this morning, chiefs deserve bigger role in governance. This is the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and he said it at Womoho, of course, and Kintaki Teikochu, the second, Gamanche, was welcoming. There's a very nice picture there, welcoming Dr. Mahmoud Bamia to the Ga Paramount 2 house. And this is because already we are celebrating Womoho, right?
Yeah.
We are enjoying. And it's pleasant to be vindicated. It's also on the front page. This is former President John Dramani Mahama there. Cocoa Board invests 942 million Ghana cedis on farms. This is a chief executive officer speaking, a claim he made here a couple of weeks or months ago when he came in here too. But, you know, we try to get some further and better particulars. Hopefully, I mean, now he has been able to share that. It's not in this story, though, but hopefully he's able to share that. But there's another interesting Kojo you should know about. Government employees face surcharges for allowances abuse. Now, the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission is saying that public service workers who live in government accommodation but still receive allowance to cover same will be surcharged. Equally to be surcharged are employees who use state vehicles yet receive fuel and vehicle maintenance allowance. He said the practice was a drain on their public funds. Yeah,
but you see, I am
They are
questioning
learning
why
from-
it is even possible for that to happen. Why is it possible? So we don't have natural checks in the system that will ensure
Yeah.
that an allowance is going to a person who qualifies for it.
Yeah, that's an important point.
Yeah, people just say, "Give me allowance," and we give.
Yeah,
is that how it's working?
When the person enters the what they call it, the building, don't we check on our list that this man is no longer?
Don't we?
You complain about this. What about even ghost names?
Yes, yeah. I mean, we've been
who are
clearing
out of the system.
We are
and they are
paying people who
still-
don't exist. So
a
it's
problem.
some of these things. Honestly, when I hear that they've cleaned it up or they've improved it a little bit, I'm never impressed.
The Ghostbusters
because
we
the
are-
problem should not exist.
Well, anyway, but that's what you're saying there.
Okay, to the Business and Financial Times, it has a lead story: investment in agric value chain remains non-negotiable. Panelists at the Ghana Economic Forum. Fidelity Bank leads charge in climate resilient agriculture with 10% of loan allocation. And e-transact appoint Reverend Professor Paul from Pomanso at his board chair. SOE's profitability results on corporate governance. That is also a lead story there. And also QNet unveils massive campaign against fraud scam, and GSC MD called for policies to boost domestic capital formation. That is in the Business and the Financial Times. The Crusading Guide has withdrawn regressive conditions on the Afina discovery. ENI, Ghana and Petroleum Workers Union demand. YEA boasts unparalleled achievement in 2 years. Interesting. You may have to grab the paper and look at the story. Tobinco didn't import figures according to court rules, and you might have to grab the Crusading Guide for details in that particular story.
Now let me bring you the daily guide before you continue, George. 5 million pound. Airbus scandal. Yes, OSP's investigation, a whitewash, and this is a group called Fixing Ghana Movement, and the group is headed by the Director of Communications at Ghana Gas, Ernest Owusu Bempa Owusu, who believes that, it's Owusu Bempa Bonsu, And court exonerates Tobinco over fake drug claim, is also on the front page here. And union petitions Energy Ministry over OCTP unitization. Are we still doing the unitization? Yeah, well, anyway. Now, Kokobot's also on the front page here. Reject Mohammed's return to power. This is Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bamian speaking there. And there's a story, if I could just point out to you, on page 8. Jolo actor relies on machine to breathe. And actor John Piazza, best known for his role as Drogba in a popular series called Jolo, has revealed that he's now dependent on a breathing machine due to a recent diagnosis of sleep apnea, and he's asking for help in that direction, and that the treatment is very expensive and it requires some form of help. So those who can help should actually get him. A sleep apnea is a sleep disorder that occurs when a person's breathing is interrupted during sleep, and you can die in the process anyway.
I never knew that until recently.
Really?
It is deadly. That thing. That
if it happens to
people
people die in their
Yes.
sleep, or die, I know. Yeah. Some of them, they just,
It sometimes makes people, breathe noisily when they are asleep. It sounds a bit like weird snoring, right?
Kojo, I had said this here before, that the machine at Kolebu that they used to do the test on sleep apnea, it takes you take it home for like a day, so that you go and put it on, and they had only one. And you had to queue for a week or so to be able to get the machine. I said it here that I felt was preposterous. That an institution like Kolebu had only one. I don't know if it's still the case, but I'm talking about 2022 or so that I mentioned this matter.
Let's make some time to talk about this later, okay? It's quite a menace. It's a big problem.
Yes.
Yeah, sleep apnea.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide too.
Well, the new finder has BOG at $6.8 billion of gold to reserves, and also Leriko Boche advocates for intra-Commonwealth trade and investment Materian leaders, and also NLA increases load to rights commission to 25%. That's still stories on the new finder.
All right, let's go online. The online review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara Yendia.
Now, your Zenith Visa card keeps giving. For example, you can fly Qatar Airways and get up to 12% off your ticket when you use your Zenith Visa card. Simply pay for your Qatar Airways ticket using your Zenith Visa card and travel at a discounted price. Enjoy great savings with your Zenith Visa card. Offer lasts until November 30, 2024. Visit zenithbank.com.gh for terms and conditions and the link to register to enjoy this exciting offer. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
All right, now keep going with good energy and enjoy quality choices. All over Ghana, whether you're in Accra or Kumasi, Bolgatanga or Cape Coast or any other place in between, fuel up with the best at any of GOIL's stations near you. Keep your engines running with good energy, only from GOIL. GOIL, good energy. GOIL, yeah, dear. And that story from Achim Winchi is on myjoyonline.com. We can't stop Galamsey. The youth have no other jobs, Chief tells Baumia. All right, let's take some messages before the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
I found the partner I can trust.
Bros, but you told me you had an insurance claim 2 days ago, and today your car is fixed. Fresh like that? How?
Yes, so that is how the new collision insurance policy from Imperial works.
Wow!
I'm okay. The Imperial collision insurance policy has enormous benefits. I just upgraded my usual third-party policy, and I get my car parts fixed when I get a damage from any collision.
Really?
I enjoy hospitalization benefits when I'm admitted at the hospital beyond 3 days, and I still keep my third-party benefits.
Hey.
My ears sorted rough.
Hey.
You are saying, hey, just sign up to the Imperial collision insurance policy and enjoy insurance benefit beyond the road. Talk to your broker, agent, or call us on 0577 667 436 for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. T&Cs apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Solid protection.
GOIL, anytime, anywhere. From Wa to Tumu, Navrungo to Bolgatanga, Tamale to Salaga, it's GOIL. Nkuranza to Banda, Kumasi to Abwasi, Tadi to Cape, Orokodo, Tema to Ho, Accra, and all over Ghana. GOIL brings you quality choices. Fuel up at any GOIL station near you. GOIL, good energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you want a healthy smile?
Are you waking up with jaw pain and headaches? This is commonly caused by grinding your teeth at night. Hi, I'm Tanya from Bethel Dental Clinic, Ghana. This condition is known as bruxism or grinding. Oftentimes, people are unaware that they are doing so, but the side effects are visible and often heard by one's sleep partner. So if you're experiencing jaw pain, headache, sensitivity, and even fractured teeth, you may be a clincher or grinder. It can also wear down your teeth and affect your overall health. After a dental visit, a custom-made ninth guard will be made for you. This occlusal guard is worn to protect your teeth while you sleep to prevent further damage and discomfort. So, contact your dental office to learn more about protecting your teeth from clenching and grinding.
Healthy smile.
The world's radio station.
Coming up after the news from the BBC World Service, it's Hard Talk with me, Stephen Sacker. Migration is a hot and contentious issue right across the world. Amid the cacophony of voices demanding tighter immigration controls, more secure borders, and the mass deportation of unauthorised incomers, it's worth considering how current migration trends fit into the broader sweep of human history. South African-born economist Ian Goldin has done just that in an effort to reframe the migration debate.
Without migration, there would be no human civilization. We need migrants. We need to appreciate them. Of course, we need to manage migration more effectively, but we need to recognize not only that we're all mixed up ourselves in our origins, but that our societies require migration in order to thrive.
That's Professor Ian Goldin on Hard Talk after the news.
BBC News, I'm John Shea. The Pentagon says the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile submarine to the Middle East and has told an aircraft carrier strike group to sail to the area more quickly. Fears of a wider regional conflict have escalated since Israel's assassination of a senior Hezbollah commander and the killing of the Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, which Hamas has blamed on Israel. Here's Barbara Plett-Usher.
It's a reinforcement of the military assets that the United States has been sending to the region, and it's a signal to Iran that the U.S. is ready and willing and prepared to defend or help defend Israel in case Iran should attack. But the United States is deeply convinced that if they can get a ceasefire in Gaza, that is the main way that they might be able to calm the tensions in the region.
France, Germany and the United Kingdom have called on Iran and its allies to refrain from attacks that further raise tensions. Hong Kong's top court, the Court of Final Appeal, has ruled against the former media tycoon Jimmy Lai and 6 other pro-democracy campaigners on their appeal against their conviction for taking part in an unauthorised assembly. The offences relate to a rally in 2019 during the massive anti-government protests in Hong Kong. Here's Mariko Oi.
I still remember the shockwave it sent to the business community at the time when the authorities decided to go after Mr. Lai and arrest him because he was a billionaire businessman. And until then, most of the arrests were among student protesters. Their appeal centered on whether or not the conviction was proportionate to fundamental human rights protections, which was rejected by Hong Kong's top court. Of course, a lot has changed in the last 5 years. China has imposed strict national security laws in 2020 following those protests, and Hong Kong also imposed its own national security law earlier this year.
Wildfires raging northeast of the Greek capital Athens are approaching the city itself. New evacuation orders have been issued for more than 10 localities in the Attica region. Parts of the capital have been clouded in smoke. On Sunday, thousands of people in towns and villages further afield were ordered to move to safer areas. Nick Johnson reports.
Hundreds of firefighters with the support of the army and local volunteers have been battling around 40 fires, which broke out in a 24-hour period over the weekend. Most of the fires are concentrated around the towns and villages to the northeast of Athens. Residents of the historic town of Marathon among those ordered to leave their homes. Farmers in the region say thousands of olive trees have been destroyed. The Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, has cut short his holiday to deal with the crisis.
This is the latest world news from the BBC. A senior opposition politician in Tanzania, Tundu Lissu, and several of his colleagues have been arrested on the eve of a youth rally organised by his Chadema party. Police are also reportedly holding a group of young people who'd planned to attend the gathering later on Monday to mark World Youth Day. They're accused of planning violent demonstrations. Tropical storm Maria has dumped more than a month's worth of rain in the northeast of Japan's main island of Honshu after it made landfall there. The storm, which has now been downgraded after it lost some of its strength over land, forced the cancellation of dozens of flights and trains. The opposition leader in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, has called for nationwide and worldwide protests on Saturday to support the opposition's claim of victory in the presidential elections 2 weeks ago. There have been allegations of widespread fraud during the vote count. The Wall Street Journal says diplomatic efforts are underway by Washington to try to persuade President Nicolas Maduro to relinquish power. Here's Leonardo Rocha.
What the US is offering is to lift the sanctions, lift the charges that they have against President Maduro and many of the government officials, drug trafficking charges, in exchange for a peaceful transition before his term ends in January. I think also what the article says is they're offering sort of total amnesty, that they're promising that they won't go after him for human rights violations or for other charges when and if he leaves power.
The hosts of the next Olympics in Los Angeles have been handed the Olympic flag in Paris as the 2024 Games officially ended with a spectacular closing ceremony. The Hollywood star Tom Cruise abseiled into the Stade de France and drove away with the flag on a motorcycle to take it to LA. And that's the latest BBC World News.
Owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Yeah. We have a new leader in town. Obiarenti. Amanfo. Madam was Sibebre. When him say my baby, maybe mamu more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe mamu lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal Pack with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit KompuGhana.com or call 0302 752 020 for more information.
My buddy, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side. Fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I lay your side, fidelity.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Coffee
coffee in your cup, and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy.
inform them and do the things that will make them not go and do what they've done again. If somebody must be in prison, it's those district chief executives and ministers and others who are doing the Galamsey, not the people they are employing.
So you see, the alternative too is telling you that when he comes, he will release those who have been prosecuted for it because they are not the kingpins. Why do you have to release them before you catch the kingpins? Catch them and go and add them.
See, I mean, at some point, and that's how some people have lost hope in this country ever getting better. That's why I know people who can no longer take what's happening and have packed bag and baggage and left the country to our fate. I know people who today, even the bottled water that they are bottling in this country, they are not taking them. They buy the Kirkland and Co. with the hope that that is not polluted water. That's what they are doing.
Yes.
Because they feel that beyond all the rhetoric and all the things that the people do, at the core, people are not bent on dealing with this matter. And see, we have, for some reason, put Galamsey at the core of our business. Some say 3 million Ghanaians are involved. So these politicians, immediately they hear they talked about 3 million people involved. Oh yeah, that's votes.
They convert it to votes.
Yes. So let me not get them angry. They forget they have a responsibility to this state, to the rest of us who are not engaged in there. In any case, if that's what we want us to do, well, then open it up, make it. Let all of it do some. Yeah, free for all. That means Banana Republic. That's how it's supposed to run.
My God.
We are not looking at the gravity of the matter. But you ask yourself this question. Kojo, it was in this republic that we said 500 excavators have gone missing. Till today, being the 12th of August 2024, have you heard whether we have recovered the 500 excavators? Nobody said they had been driven into the sea, so we can't find them. No single road in this republic can you line up 500 excavators from Accra to Kumasi. Yet we've been made to believe that there are 500 excavators that are nowhere to be found in this country. How about the people who were supposedly held responsible for those excavators being prosecuted? Some of them are even contesting positions in this country.
Yep.
Some of them rose to ranks within political parties. And if for nothing at all, the man we put at the helm of our interministerial committee told us the entire story, that it was a complete fiasco. The biggest of our men shamelessly engaged in Galamsey as if they were paupers, as if they were illiterates who did not know their left from right. They didn't care about the level of distraction. As if they were drug dealers. They were bent on looking for money and sharing money at every call. I mean, no matter whose ox is God. And they did it so shamelessly that it reached the point, it was almost as if the entire state was protecting Galamsey. Instead of fighting it, we were rather encouraging it. And that is how chiefs like this will be speaking. But what do you expect of our people? But if a chief, let's say in my community, my chief speaks this way, do you think that the ordinary police officer there can go and arrest somebody in that bush? Do you really think so? Because these are the same people who go and be begging that they should release them. Yeah. Because they've even been given the indication that, oh, releasing them is okay. I mean, after all, it has happened elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or we even give them amnesty in the future. So if I release them now and ask them to vote for me, what will change?
Precisely.
I mean, see, there's an unconscionable quest in this republic to put votes ahead of the protection of the environment.
I have told you that
especially by people who want to lead us.
Ray,
I can't understand why.
I've told you that every single day I can give you an example of vote buying. Every single day. In the headlines, I can show you examples of vote buying. This is one of them. So you are telling me that because they are not kingpins, they should be released. Do you know what this is like? Because first of all, we accept that Galamsey is eco-terrorism. Polluting water bodies that a nation depends on. That's terrorism. In fact, it is the kind of thing that even Adolf Hitler didn't do during the Second World War.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you tell me that Osama bin Laden is responsible for 9/11, but the people who flew the planes into the building are not. That's literally what you are saying. If you say that the small fry should be released for the kingpins to be jailed, it's exactly like saying Osama bin Laden is responsible, but those who flew the planes into the building are not. So I'm sorry, but even the alternative, the one who wants to come and do better than what we have, even he cried the way he's talking, it's obvious that he's going to succumb to politics rather than solve the problem. So who is going to deal with this? Who? Anyway, look, we've got a lot to talk about. I want to hear your views as well on social media. Are you okay? Are you okay with the president putting his presidency on the line and the fight on Galamsey being completely stopped? Are you okay with DCEs, MCEs, regional ministers for lands and natural resources? Are you okay with them collecting their salary every month while your water is polluted? Are you okay with it? Are you okay with your chiefs? Say that, well, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. If there's no job, then it's okay for us to all become eco-terrorists.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? I know I'm not. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Tell us how you feel, because today is Galamsey Day and we are taking no prisoners. If everybody has stopped the fight, we haven't. Not here. Not on Joy.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
All right, now nominations are open for the 8th edition of the prestigious Ghana Energy Awards from now till the 30th of August. Now, under the theme, the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector, categories for this year include the Energy Personality of the Year, CEO of the Year, Visionary Leadership Award, Local Content Legacy Achievement Award, Energy Company of the Year, Local Content Leadership Impact Award, Energy Think Tank of the Year, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more. Go to GhanaEnergyAwards.com to nominate today. Now, the Ghana Energy Awards is endorsed by the Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council Ghana, and validation is done by Forvis Mazars Ghana. It's yet another grand edition of the most coveted award platform in Ghana's energy sector. For sponsorship or inquiries, call 030-3940-300. Ghana Energy Awards, 8 years of redefining excellence.
Now, in these times of high electricity tariffs, build-free solar hybrid air conditioners is the air conditioner that you need to save you the cost of electricity, Kojo. I mean, this one, everybody has to get one, because if the weather becomes problematic, and your power, your money, you can't buy electricity, what they call electricity for your air conditioner.
Afford it.
24 hours, you'll be in trouble. So, build-free solar hybrid air conditioners cools your building comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that gives you 80% more savings on electricity bills for using your traditional air conditioners. Build-free solar hybrid air conditioners comes with a 6-year warranty and free after-sales servicing for a whole year, 365 days. Please call us for purchases on 0531 1009 15. The number again, 0531 1009 15. Bill free is cooling for the people at lower electricity billing. I mean, I like that for the people, the cooling for the people, for the masses at lower electricity bill.
Okay. All right. Now, it's new and it has you in mind. Imperial General Assurance brings you the collision insurance policy. Yes, now they give you insurance beyond the road. The collision insurance from Imperial General gives you protection in the event of a collision with another car or an object. The policy offers repair of your damaged car parts resulting from the collision, hospitalization benefits if you are admitted beyond 3 days. Yes, you need not be involved in the accident to benefit. All third-party benefits are also included. So, whether you're a taxi driver, trotro driver, or a private car owner, collision insurance is for you. Sign up for the collision insurance motor policy from Imperial. Call them today on 0577 667 436 or talk to your broker or any of their agents across the country for further details. You can also follow them on all their social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Collision insurance, insurance beyond the road. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Now, do you have a game-changing, innovative business idea or project that can impact society? This is your moment. Total Energies presents the 4th edition of the Startup of the Year Challenge. This year, we are looking for 3 winners. The best entrepreneur, also known as the InnoVap winner, the best project or innovative business idea exemplifying recycling and minimizing waste. That's number 2. That's called the Cycle Up winner. And the third one is that the best project promoting or relating to sustainable or affordable energies. The Power Up winner is what they call it. These 3 categories. But that's not all. 4 additional projects in the Power Up category will be selected by an international jury. Don't wait any longer. All you need to do now is go and apply on this website now, startupper.totalenergies.com, for your chance to win financial support, professional mentorship, and a spotlight for your project. Terms and conditions apply. Hashtag Total Energies. Hashtag Startupper Challenge.
All right, now every time we eat, food and sugars get trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with profluoride and microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny invisible holes in your teeth which prevent cavities and keep your teeth strong and your mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter has maximum cavity protection, 10 times stronger teeth. Now, after 25 years of educating everyone to brush day and night, Pepsodent is nominated and recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call the customer care center toll free on 0800 2030. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent. Every smile matters.
Now, Toyota Ghana has expanded its vehicle lineup with 3 new models. I'll be telling you the one that's been on my heart for God knows how long. But let me start with introducing the all-new Toyota Vitz, a stylish, highly fuel-efficient A-segment passenger car with a compact design suitable for urban travel. Now, for safety, it has a wireless door lock and an ultra-modern anti-theft system and an ISOFIX child resistance system. The next one is the Toyota Urban Cruiser. This is a C-segment crossover SUV featuring a robust design, advanced technology like a 3-spoke urethane steering wheel, a 4.2-inch TFT, a touchscreen audio display with a USB, Apple CarPlay, and Android audio connectivity. Also, the new and luxurious Toyota Land Cruiser 250 Prado. This one boasts cutting-edge features like jam-protected power windows, an audio, telephone, and voice recognition steering switch, a UV cut sun and moon roof, an ultra-modern immobilizer, unmatched off-road capabilities, and a strong presence inviting you to embrace adventure and luxury like never before. If you buy this car, we will let you use Irene. These 3 new additions to the Toyota range aim to provide the very best. If you buy the Prado, remember one time offer to provide the best value for your peace of mind motoring and uphold Toyota Ghana's commitment to offering the very best vehicle purchase and ownership experience. Whether you are navigating the city, embarking on an adventure, or asserting luxury, Toyota Ghana has a vehicle to meet your needs. Visit Toyota Ghana's branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takoradi, Takwa, and Tamale, or call 0302-910-204 for the unique Toyota experience. Toyota, superior quality.
Now, if it's football you want, well, they've got it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. Watch Starboy Mo Kudus in his second season at West Ham and trust that you'll get to see Kylian Mbappe in full flight for Real Madrid. All day, all night, no matter what bouquet you're on, you get to watch football. Renew your subscription today. Dial *759# and follow the prompts. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Sure, now let me bring you some good news. The Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PAPS, is now live at Fidelity Bank. Imagine sending money to your loved ones or business partners across Africa instantly and in Ghana cities too. Don't wait for days for transactions to clear. No more expensive fee, no dollar, no accessor. Just fast, secure, and affordable payments. PAPS is here, and Fidelity Bank makes sending money through PAPS very, very easy. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch and start sending money across Africa instantly, securely, and affordably to Nigeria, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Now, if you're wondering where to hold your strategy planning meeting, your board session, your staff retreat, there's only one venue. It's the Safari Valley Resort. Think of
I agree perfectly.
Think of the green, serene environment, accessibility, meeting room capacity, the flow and layout of space, the room flexibility, the quality of equipment and staff, as well as first-class catering services. Then listen, Safari Valley Resort is your first choice. Call Safari Valley Resort on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
Yes, where are you headed this morning, Kojo? Are you going shopping at the mall or you're buying fuel for your car? Will you be enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant or getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Or you're doing this online for the things that you need right now? Wherever you go, whatever you're doing, do it with SG Visa Card. Now, SG Visa Card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa Card. Go about your business anywhere in Ghana with the comfort and security of your money being available to you always. Make your life easy, right? And use your SG Visa Card today. To find out more, just call this number 0302 214 314. SG Ghana, the future is you.
It's you, Angasa. All right, KingdomStoreOnline.com invites you to get the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from them. You can pay by Momo for their amazing prices, and of course, they will deliver free if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Hello world, let's help you check your dream locations off your bucket list. Make your travel dreams a reality with Access Bank. Our aviation and hospitality desk is designed just with you in mind. Let's help you book and pay for your ticket and secure travel insurance. Whether it's a tropical escape or a visit to family, Access Bank has you covered. Avoid the hassle. Book your next flight with Emirates, South African Airways, Air Peace, or Africa World Airline through Access Bank. Our 55 branch network gives you convenience, easy payment, and security. Also pay for your Qatar Airways flights with your Access Bank Visa card and enjoy up to 12% off this. Visit africa.visa.com to register. Also visit our website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free number 0800 004400 for more information and assistance. Access Bank, more than banking.
All right, if it's your birthday and somebody loves you, they're likely to have sent a birthday wish to us. You'll hear it in just a moment, as well as sports, all coming up on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Parents of future leaders. Mark your calendars. Academic City University College invites you to a special Parents' Night on August 22nd at 6 p.m. Explore our state-of-the-art campus and discover how we're shaping tomorrow's innovators. For more information, call 0593-999-410 and visit us at www.acity.edu.gh. Academic City, redefining university education.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerford, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, then. Birthdays will come to you on the show. I promise you that. By the kind courtesy of
MTN. Everywhere you go.
And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
All right, but first, the Joy Sports Center, brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Twisco food drink. Twisco, power your dream. And if it's football you want, they've got it all of it on DSTV, all the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. The season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Now, so folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transforming into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. I mean, yeah, very low rates. It come at very low rates. Guess what? Our renewable energy loans also give you the offering that your solar powered kingdoms are actually protected. The keys, these great keys to your solar powered kingdom are given to you. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, again, more sustainable future. So if you are ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on these numbers: 050-153-5789 or 050-153-5790 or 0244-674-154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now, whether you're an SME, a startup, a large enterprise, or educational institution, Microsoft 365 Education, Business, and Enterprise are the cutting-edge solutions you need to streamline operations and enhance educational capabilities. From top-notch email services to dynamic CRM tools and collaborative platforms, they've got you covered. Sign up to any MTN Business Microsoft solution and unlock exclusive access to additional services like WebWiz and Business Messenger, all at unbeatable prices. It's a complete digital transformation package tailored to fuel your success. Email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or WhatsApp or call 0244 308 111 to explore how you can empower your business. Hashtag let's get business done better.
Yes. We touch something. But, there's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market from the producers of Carbell. Permit me to introduce you to Twisco, a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder enriched with Enafort, which is a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. Twisco is available in 20 grams and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 Ghana cedi 80 pesos. Now, to enjoy all the goodness packed in a sachet, empty content into a mug and mix with 180 milliliters of previously boiled water. Add milk and stir. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco. Empower your dream. This advert is FDA approved. Yes.
And that's how we bring you the Joy Sports Center this morning. Welcome aboard. My name is Victor Achut-Samaklu. Let's start from Paris. All right, the Paris 2024 Olympic Games came to a close yesterday with a fitting closing ceremony to wrap up what has been an incredible 19 days of competition. Joy Sports editor Fentio Tahiru Fentio has a wrap of all the action.
The opening ceremony left a lot of people very confused. The closing ceremony had more clarity, a celebration of what had been an unbelievable delivery of this multi-sport event. There was a lot of focus on America and LA 2028, the next Olympic Games, and hence Snoop Dogg, who had been an integral part of these Paris Games, he performed in that closing ceremony, joined by his very good friend Dr. Dre, all the way from California, Venice Beach, presumably sending attention and focus onto the next event. But it can't be an Olympic Games going to California without a bit of Hollywood, and that's why we saw an artistic performance from Tom Cruise, the man who created the Ethan Hawke character in the Mission Impossible franchise, flying from the roof of the Stade de France and landing in the middle of the pitch where he took the Olympic flag, which we believe presumably he's taking all the way back to LA. In terms of competition and what happened in the pools, on the track, and in the courts, and all of the 35 competition venues, quite a lot to talk about. There were 5,084 medals produced for these particular games, 18 grams of which came from the Eiffel Tower. This was a games that focused a lot more on gender parity, and for the first time ever, an Olympic Games representation achieved gender parity with equal number of male and female athletes competing at these games. For Ghana, it wasn't the ideal competition, with all of the 8 athletes they took to the games failing to make the final. Overall, it wasn't even a great competition for Africa, although there were some who had more to celebrate, like Botswana, who got their very first gold medal at an Olympic Games, delivered by 21-year-old Lechile Tibogo in the men's 200 meters. Creditably, East Africa delivered quite a lot, with Kenya leading Africa's medal haul with 11 medals overall. But the disappointment was more palpable in West Africa, with all 16 countries combining for just 1 medal, a bronze in Taekwondo won by Cote d'Ivoire's Sheikh Salah. And yet, it feels like a successful Games for Africa, with their overall 39 medals being 2 more than they did in Tokyo 2020. Fan patronage of the Games was a massive success, in France, with 9.5 million out of the 10 million tickets all sold. And there were record attendances for many events, with the rugby sevens, handball, beach volleyball, or witnessing record crowds on competition day. And there were many records broken, 125 Olympic records in 10 disciplines and 32 world records broken in 8 disciplines. Overall, the United States topped the medal table for the 7th time in 8 Olympic Games. At all 8, they've won the most overall medals. China, Japan, Australia, France, and Great Britain completed the top 7 medal-winning countries at these Olympic Games. Conspicuously, one name is missing, and that is Russia, who have historically always been among the top 4 medal-winning countries among the largest continents. But the country was banned from these games following their invasion of Ukraine. Overall, the games were a massive success, and France will look back with incredible pride. And for Los Angeles, the preparations for the games would already have started. And that will be the approach for many of the serious countries who would already have started planning for the next Olympic Games to happen in 4 years' time. And so should Ghana, who have had a forgettable Olympic Games. And the evidence is clear that for any country to succeed at these games, it takes planning. And the planning for Los Angeles 2028 for Ghana must start now. From Paris, Fentio, Tahiru Fentio, signing out.
I couldn't agree with him more. Ghana has had a forgettable Olympic Games for many reasons. One of them being the fact that despite expectations that it would at least have made the final of the men's 4x100 meter relay event, it did not happen. President of Ghana Athletics, Bawa Fuseni, he says the athletes could not have done more with what has been invested in them.
The athletes have got so much potential to win this medal. And they're also fighting. They have the zeal and they have the encouragement and they have the potential to give us medal. And on their own, they can only do what they have done on their own. But an athlete fighting for his own will not be enough for him to get to where we want them to be. We actually have to do more than what we have done for them.
Well, that was Bawa Fuseni, president of Ghana Athletics, speaking. Speaking of investments, Botswana is gifting its athletes houses for making history at the Olympics. Here's Botswana journalist Solomon Kakua, who was on game plan last week listing what Lechile Tebogo will receive for winning the 200-meter title in Paris.
Lechile is entitled to a house from the government of Botswana. That is a 4-bedroom house that he is getting as soon as he gets to the airport. His house should be read and should be handed over the keys. That's number one. Number two, there is money from a franchise. It's a retail in Botswana. They've put at 1 million that is available for Lechile.
Yeah, that's what Tebogo and his compatriots are getting for excelling at the Olympic Games. So what he was basically saying was that for winning the gold in the 100-meter race, he's going to get a 4-bedroom house in a place of his choice in Botswana, as well as an estimated $100,800 from the government and companies. Moving on, Azakis ladies had a slow start to the Awafu B CAF Women's Champions League qualifying campaign after drawing goalless with Burkina Faso side Omnisport Etincelle. Joy Sports Lawrence Bailey watched that game at the Bouaké Stadium and has the summary.
The game, which took place at Stade de la Pays de Bouaké, saw the Ghanaian champions struggle to dictate the pace of the game. But for goalkeeper Grace Banwa and defender Rita Musa, things could have been worse for the Takrady-based side. Hazakes ladies will now target all 3 points in their next game when they face Nigeria's Edo Queens. Edo Queens claimed a statement win in the other Group B game against AS Guard National, recording a 5-0 victory. Hazakes' game against Edo Queens is scheduled for Wednesday, August 14.
That was Lawrence Beatty from the Bouaké Stadium. Back in the capital, Hearts of Oak have been crowned 2024 Gbese Manche World Cup winners after beating Hearts of Lions yesterday at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Phobians won 8-7 on penalties after scoring the equalizer in the 88th minute to end the game 1-0. In England, Man City beat Man United 7-6 on penalties after a 1-0 draw in normal time to win the Community Shield at Wembley on Saturday to usher in the new season. Now, this is the first time City have won the Community Shield in 4 years, having lost in previous seasons to Leicester, to Liverpool, and last season to Arsenal. And each of those occasions, they went ahead to win the Premier League. So who knows? It all happened this time. Meanwhile, Ghana's Thomas Partey started for Arsenal as they rounded off their pre-season with a 2-0 win over Lyon to win the Emirates Cup yesterday. And Estuama was the second-half substitute for the French side in that match. Chelsea, meanwhile, in West London, they drew 1-1 with Inter Milan at Stamford Bridge to conclude their pre-season, while during the game, or before that match, they also introduced Pedro Neto for their fans at halftime, with the Portuguese forward joining for an initial £51.3 million and a possible further £2.6 million in add-ons. Liverpool were also in action yesterday. They beat Sevilla by 4-1 at Anfield to wrap up their pre-season campaign. And as I said earlier, we'll be ready for the new Premier League season when it starts this weekend. That's all time will permit us on the Joy Sports Centre.
Oh, you're done?
Yes, we're done. We're done. We have got some other stuff to finish up. Yeah, some material that should be ready by evening. Yeah.
Anyway, we thank you so much, and Achu and the team will return tomorrow with even more sports. Right now, though, it's time for Food for Thought. And of course, that is brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Good morning, Uncle Ibu. Do we have Uncle
Handsome,
Ibu?
how are you?
Fine, thank you, Uncle Ibu. How are you?
Well, doing fine. I loved your say it right today.
Imply and infer.
Yes. I like the way you put it, that the speaker implies.
Yes.
And then the listener
infers.
Yes. It was so clear and so simple that even somebody like me can understand.
Oh, Uncle Ibu.
But how are you doing?
I'm very well, by God's grace. Very, very well indeed. How are you and the team?
We are excited because guess the title for my next play.
I'm afraid to guess.
I want to feed you. I want to feed you. That's the title for my next play.
Hey. It sounds like a sugar daddy's slogan.
Except that it is not a sugar daddy. Come and find out.
Wow.
And the exciting thing about this is that this is the first time we are putting a whole neighborhood on stage.
Hey.
A whole neighborhood.
Wow.
So it is not a house or an office. It is a whole neighborhood that we are putting on stage.
I can't wait to see how that
crazy things can happen. You look for the craziest neighborhood you could ever imagine. And that is happening. That will be happening on stage.
Wow. That's exciting.
But let me acknowledge a few people. Yesterday I was hosted by Bishop Oko Eje, or everyone calls him Bishop OJ, and his wife Lady J, at their fantastic cathedral, the Christ Cathedral at Tema. Bishop OJ and Lady J, thank you very much. And once again, Bishop, happy birthday. And then on Saturday, I met two fantastic men who are ardent listeners of Super Morning Show. Dr. Mohammed Adam. He's the acting HOD of Social Studies at the University of Education, Winneba. And Togbi Awusu III, a traditional chief from the Volta region and the former DCE of Ketu North District.
Wow.
They are ardent fans of the Super Morning Show. So let me just say thank you to them and to everyone listening to us who listens regularly. Someday, we would acknowledge you as Kojo and I encounter you at all kinds of places, including the neighborhood we'll be putting on stage this quarter.
Indeed.
I do not know if you have been following the discussions on the Japadia book. Now, Kojo, that is not for you. It's for our listeners. I know you have followed it keenly.
Yep.
There seems to be two sides to the discussion. On one side are those who insist that the book exists and that provisions or programs in the book are being implemented.
and they give examples. To this faction, the clan who want to dominate the Ghanaian economy and politics sat down and wrote their agenda and their strategies for achieving them. On the other side of the discussion are those who are supposed to be the authors of the document, who first of all deny that they wrote the book or that they have any such agenda. And then they go on to counterpunch and allege that the book has been written by their political opponents to create disaffection for them. A key member of this faction even went as far as to deny the very existence of such a book and said that anyone who believed that such a book existed or was authentic should have their heads examined. In the midst of the accusations and counter-accusations about the Ijapade book, I was hosted on a TV program, and the host asked me for my views on the book. I declined to answer the question and asked him to go on to his next question. Now, let me tell you why I declined to answer the question. The truth is that I do not really care whether there is an Ijapade agenda or not. If it exists, it will not surprise me. If it does not exist, but people want us to believe that it does, that also will not surprise me. And if it is fabricated to make it look like this is an agenda of a clan, that too will not surprise me. And none of the above scenarios will bother me too much. My grandmother had one solution to any kind of conflict and aggression or cheating. She would always say, "It's okay, let it be, let them have their way." If someone was cheating you or bullying you out of something and it was getting heated, she will call you, that is her grandchild, and say, "It is okay. If he wants to take it, let him have it." For years, her position on these matters made no sense to me. Why should I let someone get away with bullying or cheating me? But Grandma would insist that we give in every time. Now I am 70, and I'm beginning to understand the principle behind her position. You see, I've come to understand that if you grab what does not belong to you, it becomes a curse to you. If you take whatever you have not earned, it will cost you a lot in every way. Reap where you have not sown, and you harvest misfortune for yourself. What you steal will not be a blessing to you. When you accept what you have not earned or take what does not belong to you, it becomes a snare to you and leads to your misery, if not destruction. The only problem is that you may not see the end of the story immediately, but you can be sure that nobody really gets away with cheating or bullying or stealing or grabbing what does not belong to them. Unfortunately, Ghana is yet to learn this truth. In almost all developed and wealthy countries, a tip after delivering a service is a no-no, except for taxi drivers and waiters in hotels and restaurants. Give a tip to anyone else in those countries for delivering a service he's paid for, and he will decline it and tell you, "I am paid to do this." In Ghana, if you do not give the tip, you will not get a service in the first place. You see, in Ghana, the tip must come before the service, and it means nothing that we are paid to render that service. And we wonder why things are so terrible in Ghana. Every year, a survey comes out of the most corrupt institutions in Ghana. Check the institutions that top the chart, and you discover that most of their staff, whether current or former, do not end well in life. I know of a political party that rigged its way to power, and for the term it was in office, nothing worked well for them or for Ghana. They stole power, and it cost them their reputations. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2 reads, "Ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value." Proverbs chapter 20, verse 17 also reads, "Food gained by fraud tastes sweet, but one ends up with a mouthful of gravel." So this morning, I feel like my grandmother, and I say, if some people think that Ghana was created for they and their clan, let them take Ghana and all her resources. And if there is nothing to the Japadier book, then let those who are being wrongfully accused to harboring this diabolical agenda, let them let it go. The accusers will not get away with it. I believe that the biggest problem with Ghana is that sometimes we forget that we are dealing with God when we are handling the affairs of this nation. Ghana is not there for anyone to play or toy with it. Ghana has a keeper. Ghana belongs to the Almighty God himself. And I want you to mark this somewhere, that in the next 20 years, and that will be the worst case scenario, in the next 20 years, we shall see the downfall of all those woefully causing Ghana loss and creating hardships for Ghanaians. Just mark this somewhere. And handsome, that is my presentation for this morning.
Hey, firepower, Uncle Ibu. Fire without firing directly, but fire. And a lot to think about, actually. In the end, yeah.
Anyone messing this nation up won't get away with it.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten away with it in the past. They won't get away with it now.
Yeah.
And that is a principle. This is not me saying it. It's a principle of life. Whatever doesn't belong to you, you take it and go.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
Cheaters never win, as they say.
No, they never win in the long run.
Yeah.
If there was time, I would have told you a classic case in football, but I think I've squandered my time.
That's fine. We'll pick it up another time. Thank you, though, Uncle Ibo and Roverman.
Have a fantastic week.
You too.
And stay handsome.
I'll do my best. And that's Uncle Ibo with Food for Thought. Brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Now it's time for the Joy Business Minute. Brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you. And Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. Not forgetting Build Freeze Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners. Superior cooling with lower energy.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Free Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy. Government is planning to borrow more than 24 billion Ghana cedis through the issuance of treasury bills. Meanwhile, for the fifth consecutive week, the government failed to meet its treasury bills target, according to the auction results from the Bank of Ghana. LPG marketers will from today stop loading products from two of the industry giants, Blue Ocean and Sage Petroleum. The action has been influenced by plans by the two firms to now start selling gas directly to consumers. And elsewhere, thousands of people in Serbia have protested in Belgrade against plans to mine one of Europe's largest deposits of lithium, a crucial raw material for electric car batteries. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Free Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy.
All right. Now, listen, I absolutely want to hear from you on all the conversations we're having today. I want you to weigh in. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you talk to us so that we can share your views with the world. And what are we talking about today? Well, it's Galamsey. And of course, we are wondering whether or not at this point there is anyone fighting Galamsey anywhere in the country. All right. And of course, use the hashtag JoySMS, or you can send through your thoughts to 055 1111 997. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Malatu from Ernest Chemist. Malatu, power over malaria. Now, every day people face different emergencies, police emergencies, fire emergencies, medical emergencies, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. So here's one you'd want to remember. Star 770 hash. Yep. Star 770 hash is the new EcoBank money emergency number. Star 770 hash gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bills, payments, airtime, and data purchases, among other things. So you don't need internet for this. Just dial star 770#. No need to panic in any money emergency situation. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial star 770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. All right, today on the Super Morning Show, we're finding out why the fight against Galamsey has collapsed. Why chiefs are now saying that, well, Galamsey cannot stop in their traditional areas because there are no jobs. Okay, that's brought to you today on the Super Morning Show on Big Stories, and that's by the kind courtesy of Telecel, connecting energies. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Now, are you ready to be the next millionaire in town? The Telecel More Money promo is getting exciting. 2 lucky winners have been rewarded with 30,000 Ghana cedis each this week at Medina and Ahafo in the weekly draw. What are you waiting for? 1 million Ghana cedi grand prizes up for grabs, and it could be you. Just reload your mobile using your Telecel cash wallet and be part of the daily, weekly draws where you could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis every week. Purchase data or airtime using your Telecel cash wallet and double your chances. Making payments onto your fixed broadband also gives you a chance to be the next millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promotion. To opt in for free, dial star 500# or send the word WIN to 500. Or just visit the Telecel Play app. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. Now picture this, you're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should have never been compromised, and that is why at Latex Foam they prioritize quality above all else. Step into their showrooms and experience the difference for yourself. Their high quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That's the Latex Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latex Foam, otherwise you do yourself. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Visit them today and sleep better tonight. Call 0302-231155 or 0322-008-499, or just go check out the website latexfoamghana.com.
Enjoy coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, it's a Super Morning Show on Joy, and a few of you celebrating your birthdays today. We really absolutely have to mark this special day for you. So why don't I start with my auntie? Yes, a bit of nepotism. Happy birthday to the evergreen, youngest, charming under 16 years president, the amazing woman growing backwards, Auntie Elizabeth Eku Mensah of Sakaman. Auntie Eku, we love you so much. May God's grace continue to abound bountifully in your life. And this is from your daughters, Cynthia Nanefwa, your son, John Fifi Roxon, and of course, all of your amazing grandchildren. And me, your side son. You have side chicks and side sons, so I'm your side son. Happy birthday, Auntie Eku. And while we're at it, can I say happy birthday to Oba Nyakwa, who works in HR for Akosombo, actually for the VRA at Akosombo. It's your birthday today. Sadly, you're not in where you would like to celebrate your birthday. You're stuck in the hospital with a little one. But happy birthday to you, Oba Nyakwa. Live long.
Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Beautiful people, we are live in town, soaking in the excitement about the partnership between Access Bank and PABS, revolutionizing the way people move money across Africa. Let's hear directly from those reaping the benefits.
It's a relief. Anytime I send money back home, my family receives exactly what I send them, instantly.
I'm studying in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. With this service, my parents send my school and hostel fees directly, and they do it with so much ease.
I run a fashion business. Let me tell you, sending and receiving money across Africa without those annoying forex fees has really cut down our operational costs.
Benefit from instant payments across Africa with zero foreign exchange hassle. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll free on 0800 00 4400 for all your cross-border payments.
Pass it with Access Bank.
Access Bank, more than banking.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our 2024 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Ghana way, tell us how the more money promo now.
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
So now criminals are called victims in this country.
Yep.
Victim of what? Circumstances. Yeah, because he was poor. He would have died if he didn't go to do illegal mining.
Yeah.
There are no alternatives. No.
There's nothing else he could do except illegal mining.
The women who go to the market every morning make very little. Those who are hawking, those who are trying to make a living, those who are using the tricycles, all of the other groups.
Those who are filling potholes.
Yes, their colleagues who are part of the intensive public works and all the other things that happen in this republic. Those who are doing decent work so that they'll get decent wage in this republic. They are not victims. But the guy who's just realized that he can exploit our environment, exploit our people, and make massive wealth from that. And go to Konongo and those areas and go and see how they live their lives. That guy is the victim. So this is the mentality of state. And we have dedicated government officials to provide this alternative livelihood. Because, oh yes, we need to protect our people. And again, yes, we deployed in some areas so-called community mining. Mining firms close to some of these ends said these guys were just digging to the mining firm's concession to go and mine there.
Yep.
When they complain, government's response is that mining firms historically have been unfair to the people. So there's a response from the unfairness in the system. It's almost like the way the Sakahau boys behave. Well, some foreigners, you brought what they call it, slavery. You brought colonialism. So we are paying you back.
Imagine.
That's the same mentality that we have allowed to fester. That we have moved on. 3 million people are engaged in the act. So how do? We can't clear all 3 million people. And yet we have done close to 4 different forums in the Republic of Ghana. These fora were all jet. Sometimes we bring chiefs on board. Tell them what to say. If they deviate from that, we are not happy. 500 excavators vanished on the surface of 500 of them.
500.
The last time we heard, some minister came to say, the number it was overestimated. How is there a conversation about estimations? And a minister told us in the Republic, 500 excavators. Some people were even arrested for it. Then later on, we demoted the interministerial committee, and if you believe Professor Frimpong Boateng appears to have more integrity than the rest of the people that are discussing this matter, if you believe Professor Frimpong Boateng, the people we put in charge of the campaign, their appendages and friends, were all neck deep in the act. So before you even send the people to go and clear the place, they have already called them that they are coming. The military, the police. I mean, if we put all this together, you would only come to one conclusion. And Kojo, we kept saying it, but it looks like, we are not irrelevant people, so they don't listen to us in any way.
You know what?
It's a charade. Whenever people pretend, they say those signs of pretense. Use the media to create the impression that there's a buzz, there's a fight. When proper reports are that, they come and bastardize it. And fellow media people will bastardize it anyway. Yeah. Then we will extend it to other areas. Erastus says, these river bodies are still being polluted today. So no. These are pictures from God knows how long. We're debating pictures when we were taking in this country when we're destroying our water bodies. You get me? For almost a whole year, we had a debate, and lawyer president, lawyer minister of lands and whatever, we're debating whether or not the law allowed us to burn excavators. Mining equipment.
Lawyer information minister at the time.
Yeah, we were debating this. Then we moved on. Now we don't even know whether they are burning or they don't burn. Then later also, we have stopped burning. Then we moved on. Which is women organizer, whichever grouping. So if you have a system that is solely entwined or interested in promoting Galamsey, pretending to fight it.
Raymond, so you let me even ask. Right now, the pretense crowd, they've stopped too.
Oh, yes.
Because who? Can you point me in the direction of the organization or institution that is fighting Galamsey in Ghana today?
I cannot. I mean, listen, I will not lie to you that I've gone to every single Galamsey quarter to go and check who is fighting it.
But I want to know.
But at
I
least,
mean, yeah,
we would have gotten to know.
Is there a task force somewhere?
Oh no, that task force.
Is there some interministerial committee?
So now what happens is that if they hear that there's Galamsey happening, they have to investigate. One day is Galamsey. This guy. Does he have our sanction? Do we support him? Do we believe him? Then they'll go there.
Wow.
If they do not think that, no, that one you can have a pass to do so. If you call Erastus and who is going to join this conversation, he will outline for you our water bodies are still being polluted. Then rich people are sitting in Accra drinking proper bottled water. Then the rest of us who cannot afford the bottled water, we are left to our fate. They will develop all the diseases connected to these ones. There will be a burden on the same health system that's already injured.
And look at what these women in these communities are forced to do. They take aluminium sulfate, pour it into the water. Now, aluminium sulfate is a chemical that is used under expertise and supervision
and control
to purify water.
Yeah,
it coagulates all the chemicals or all the particles in the water to the bottom so that the surface of it is clear, right? But the problem is that aluminium sulfate, Nankasa, if you consume it on its own, it can poison you. So it's not the kind of thing that people are supposed to be just pouring into their water, right? And that is why you are hearing the pregnant woman on that clip talking about how it's affecting her skin. She's developing a skin condition because of the aluminium sulfate that they are putting in their water. But they don't have an option because the water that they have been relying on for years, decades, suddenly, because of some people's personal interest, that water has now become a pond of poison. And they have to do whatever they can to extract some usable water from it. They can't even drink the water. They only use it to bath and to wash their utensils. And that is bad enough. That is causing them enough harm. Look, Ray, you know what? This is the last thing I'll say on this. And then
before you say that, you get 30 seconds. Do you know that we're in this country? Today is August 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 1st of August 2023, this month, last year, the President of the Republic of Ghana told everybody that, we have sacked Bosome Frehun DC. But no, before he goes, he has a funeral. He should go and deal with his funeral before we deal with him or prosecute him or take him to... has anything happened to the man today?
He's still at the funeral.
No, we were told that it's almost as if, I am arresting you for not doing your job and all of that, all the criminalities. In fact, we said it was over Galamsey. So, we will sack him. But he has a funeral. His funeral comes first.
Yes.
The pollution and all the destruction that's happened under his watch, no problem. But the funeral comes first. This is 1st of August 2023. We are in the 12th of August 2024. And it tells you, so if your chief is saying that, let them do it, because DCs can get a break from their arrest period so that they can go and deal with private problems. Then they come back to the law. Imagine this conversation being had with you when you are being arrested on the streets or anywhere in the Republic of Ghana.
Raymond,
this is how we are fighting Galamsey.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in everyone. Not just the current president, but the one who wants to be president after him. John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia, to be fair. Dr. Bawumia was told by this what's his name? This chief, that they can't stop Galamsey. Dr. Bawumia's response to him was that, Galamsey spoils the environment, so we need to deal with it. So we'll come and legalize and do proper small-scale mining. For how many years? 8 years you haven't been able to do it. And you are now promising 4 months to an election, you are promising that you will come and set up legal small-scale mining. You haven't been able to do it thus far, and you are now providing it as a solution. I'm also disappointed in John Mahama, who claims that as for him, he will come and release everyone who has been arrested and prosecuted previously, and then he will come and catch the kingpins.
Because they're not kingpins. So,
but look, let me tell you, and I won't mention his name because he gave me this information under anonymity. But I know someone who left Accra when his mother died in Obuase and left him a house. He went to the house and discovered that there's some gold on the land and started mining it illegally. His neighbor reported him. One day he had gone out to go and buy food for his boys. On his way back, he saw the police had surrounded the place and arrested all his people, and he ran away. Is that a kingpin? Those boys, are they kingpins? Do they have a kingpin? Were they doing it for some big man?
Obviously, no. And in the case, if he was really doing it for a big man, there's no way he would have been actually sacked.
Precisely.
And the police would not even skip the house. They'll find a different place to go.
So let me ask you, when you come and release those people, who are you helping?
But even
apart from yourself, because they will come and vote for you, who are you helping?
But even the mentality that, oh yeah, some people are criminals, but they are lower criminals. So we are targeting other criminals. So let's not let them go. As if there are different levels of crime.
As for me, I'm disappointed. The president, the only thing that he has done in this fight against Galamsey is to say that Akunta mining, we're not mining as we speak.
The president was defending.
That is what he has done. Let's move on. We'll be hearing other voices on this. It's not just about us, okay? So listen, keep it locked here. We'll give you the opportunity to share your views. Use the hashtag JoySMS. But in the meantime, in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. And this is why Equity Health has thoughtfully designed their corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. With Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Their health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Now, their support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, they are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Please feel free to reach out to them on 0501 515 124 or 0539 135 073 so that they can further enhance the level of service they provide to you. Always hashtag there for you.
Now, the best investment you can make is to invest in your child's education. Echo School with international standard education and facilities will nurture your child and give them the right fundamentals to be great in future. Let me introduce you to Metro Go Schools. Yes, Metro Go Schools is located in Ablekuma Kev. Admission is ongoing for Cambridge Education. School starts from creche, grade 9. Children from the ages of 3 months to 14 years are welcome. Rush now for the September intake. School starts from the 10th of September. 10th, yes, exactly. That's a little under a month from now. Now, Metro Go Schools has a modern facility and a serene environment conducive for learning. It has boarding facilities, a tennis court, basketball court, swimming pool, and an AstroTurf pitch. Enroll your child now. Call or WhatsApp 0548 050 108. That's 0548 050 108, or you can visit mgs.edu.gh for admission details. Metro Go Schools. Your child deserves quality education.
Now, use your ABSA card 10 times or more in a month, and you could be a lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promotion. Earn extra entries by using their digital channels 5 times or more. Between now and the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 Ghana cedis each every month to change their stories. For more, go to an ABSA branch today. The promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters. ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
What is luck, Kojo? For many, luck is that glorious moment when you find money in your trousers right when you are broke. There is an opportune time. God bless money. For others, luck is being picked out of a crowd for a reward. For us, luck is a life-changing event, and we believe everyone deserves a shot at it. Luck is coming with prizes so exciting. They'll make your head spin. Want to be the luckiest? All that you need to do is dial *712# and get your ticket. The more you buy, the better your chances of winning. And remember, when you hear that catchy jingle, it's your cue to pay attention. It could be your lucky day. Luck is on its way to you and your community. So stay sharp. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. Oh, everywhere. Oh, the luckiest.
At least one day without Raymond singing would be nice.
Many people love my melodious voice.
To that I say cheer. All right, stay with us. We've got lots to do on the Super Morning Show, and we're coming to it right after these messages.
When shopping for a dress, you say,
of course, the low burst line. A little little tight by the hips, covered sleeves, off shoulder, definitely.
But when buying anti-malarial drug, you say,
is it not malaria? Give me whatever is available.
Choose your malaria drugs the same way you choose your dress. Always ask for Coartem. It's also available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malaria testing should be done before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy them. Hit my Brahmin chain. Hit my Brahmin chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. King promise.
Insurance Today is a public education service by Enterprise Insurance. Ensure you speak with your insurance broker or agent before making any insurance decisions.
Hello, and it's great to have you join us as we specifically talk about how you can log a claim with Enterprise Insurance. I am Barbara Taylor. At Enterprise Insurance, the claims process is broken down in simple steps for you to follow. The first step is notification. When a claim situation arises, immediately notify Enterprise Insurance by telephone, email, or online. You can do the notification directly yourself or through your broker or agent. Next step is to fill a claims form and submit relevant documents such as a valid driver's license, estimated repairs, police report, pictures of the incident, and any other supporting documents. Enterprise Insurance will duly acknowledge the claim and supporting documents. Following this, Enterprise Insurance will begin an assessment of the claim that has been filed. The next step after the assessment and verification of all the facts related to the claim will be the negotiation of the claim. After the negotiation stage and a fair compensation has been mutually agreed, then comes the final and concluding stage, which is the settlement or payout of the claim. At Enterprise Insurance, motor claims can be done entirely online and claims can be approved and paid within a couple of days if the terms of the policy have been met and the relevant documentation is presented timely. That's it. Email us at insurancetoday@myenterprisegroup.io or by WhatsApp at 0548 231149.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Please, do you still refill cylinders here?
Oh yes, and there are a lot of benefits when you refill gas cylinders here. Not only do we get to run safety checks on your cylinder before refill, but you get to buy any amount of gas per your pocket. And you even get to see for yourself how much is really being put into the cylinder, so you're not cheated.
Master, this one there, Philly Gadochi. I know say you no invite me, but I go talk some. If you know be this LPG stations, like how we taxi drivers go fill our tanks.
But do these LPG stations have permit to still operate?
Of course. LPG stations are safer now than ever. We've always been licensed and fully regulated by National Petroleum Authority with total support from Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Standards Authority, Factory Inspectorate, as well as the EPA. So don't worry, crowd.
Oh, I hear say these LPG stations it be for indigenous Ghanaians. It be true?
Of course. LPG refilling is the only industry in Ghana that is now 100% owned by Ghanaians. By refilling your cylinders at the gas station, you are promoting indigenous businesses.
The money, it go stay here, no.
Oh yes. Protect local businesses by refilling your gas cylinders at LPG stations nationwide.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive. Yeah.
Super Morning Show. Look, and we need to really talk seriously about this Galamsey thing. It's getting ridiculous. So you'll be hearing from Erastus Asaridonko, environmental journalist and producer of the Poisoned for Gold documentary. Maxwell Kudeko joins us from the Eastern region. He's our correspondent there. He has more detail on this story about the Achimwinchi chief who says, look, they can't stop Galamsey. Professor Kwame Jan is a land law expert, and he brings us that legal perspective of what the hurdles really are when it comes to this fight against illegal mining. And we'll be joined, of course, all the way from England by Kwame Sapong Asiedu, D&D fellow at CDD Ghana. It's all coming up. Stay with us. First, this August, pack your bags for an 11-day Arabian adventure with Adansi Travels for just $1,750. From the 17th of August, enjoy the best of what Dubai has to offer, from its breathtaking cityscapes to thrilling desert adventures. And on the 19th of August, witness the epic live concert by the Effiokuma hitmaker Kofi Kinata right in the heart of the Dubai desert. It promises to be nothing short of fun, excitement, and unforgettable memories. Seats are filling fast, so hurry. Call Dancy Travels now on 0531 008 550 or 059 5500 817 to book your spot. You can also go to adancytravels.com for more information. Adancy at 11. What's your vibe?
Now, did you know that all the 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians? And of course, they're actually employing over 10,000 Ghanaians there. When you refill your cylinder with us, you support the growth of indigenous businesses and create more jobs, more than the 10,000 currently be employed. But that's not the only reason to choose us. Our LPG distribution system offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket friendly. So if you can't buy 230 Ghana cedi for your 14.5 kg like I cannot buy, even though my cylinder is sitting there, you can buy it in tots and buy whichever amount that you need at any point in time. Are you worried about being cheated? With us, you can watch Feely as your cylinder gets filled. Plus, we have weighing scales at every station, so you can double check the weight of the quantity that's being filled. That's trust and transparency guaranteed. You need to switch to LPG for your car, especially if you drive a taxi. It's more environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem. Go green with LPG and make a difference. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Refill your LPG cylinder at your nearest gas station and help save our forest and environment. Let's protect Ghana for this generation and the next one. LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana, your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
All right, filler, come close to your radio set for the gist
wait
of
for
the
me to
year.
say the filler first. Filler, say filler. That's how we do it. You are not within the age group, so don't understand. That's how we do it.
Which age group does this?
Yeah. My age group, those in the 60s.
Filler.
Hey,
Razi. Come close to your radio set for the gist of the year. Did you know that your energy-giving, great-tasting Lucozade has a new look? Well, whether you're out and about, in the office, in school, or even in Trotro, all you need to restore your energy is to look out for the new, sleeker, slimmer Lucozade Original 330 milliliter can with the same energy that you've known for years. Now you can go about your day with even more swag as you drink Lucozade from your new sleek can. So go ahead, grab your Lucozade sleek can and discover the same unbeatable energy with every sip. Lucozade, restore your energy. This advert is FDA approved.
Now, you know Microsoft 365, right? Kojo, when I was in school, I used to have it connected to me for free. Now I have to be buying it, which becomes my headache. But there's good news. Whether you're an SME, startup, large enterprise, or educational institution, yes, some educational institutions actually buy it for their students. Not all schools are staff standard. Microsoft 365 Education, Business and enterprise are the cutting-edge solutions you need to streamline operations and enhance educational capabilities. From top-notch email services to dynamic CRM tools and collaborative platforms, we've got you covered. Sign up to any MTN Business Microsoft solution and unlock exclusive access to additional services like Webways and Business Messenger, all at unbeatable prices. It's a complete digital transformation I recommend to you very highly. This is a package tailored to fuel your success. Email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or WhatsApp or call this number 0244 308 111 to explore how we can empower your business. Hashtag let's get business done better.
Okay then. All right. Listen, let's get to it. And by the way, this show is for you. We certainly want your views and voices, so share them. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you're posting on X. Tell us what you're thinking while we're talking about Galamsey. The fight can die everywhere. It will not die here. This morning, we'll be hearing from Erastus Asari Donko, environmental journalist and producer of the Poisoned for Gold documentary. Maxwell Kudeko is our Eastern Regional Correspondent for Joy News. Professor Kwame Jan is the land law expert, and Kwame Sapwasedu is the D&D fellow at CDD Ghana. Gentlemen, good morning to you all.
Good morning, Kodu.
Great to have you. Listen, I'm going to start with you, Maxwell. I want a bit of an update on the latest situation. So the Vice President came to Achim Winchi and was told that they can't stop Galamsey. First of all, what was his response?
Well, the Vice President mentioned that, yes, indeed, natural resources that we have are meant to be exploited for our good. But there's a need to exploit these resources in a more sustainable way. He mentioned that, yes, indeed, mining must go on, but we need to mine responsibly. He attributed the menace of illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, to the rigid licensing regime. He believes that because of the struggle a lot of people go through in securing permit and leases, the money lease and permit, that is one of the contributing factors that have contributed to the menace of illegal mining. So he proposed that under his regime, is going to make the licensing processes more flexible, and then set up institutions to facilitate community mining schemes where the community will be given a concession to mine responsibly. He said that there's a need to do a proper survey and a research to identify properly where the huge deposits of gold are in this country. So he mentioned that millions of Ghana cedis will be invested in the Geological Survey Department to do more geo work and then ascertain the areas where these resources are deposited, so they can invest there. So in the nutshell, the Vice President mentioned that, yes, the community mining scheme is one of the key strategy to prevent this illegal mining, in the sense that when it is done properly, the regulators will be in a position to monitor and regulate the activities of the people mining in the community.
Now, tell us, how widespread is illegal mining in Achim Winchi?
Wenchi and the Akwetia enclave is noted for mining. You know, the GCD is in Akwetia, and most of the areas that this mining activity, the illegal mining activities are going on, basically forms part of the GCD concession. In recent time, there are private mining companies, large-scale and small-scale mining companies that have leased within the GCD concession. And then the people believe that this illegal mining is being done by the local people in cahoot with the people with the small-scale mining licenses and all that. If you look at the areas like Kusi, Takrasi, Swabe, and the Wenchi enclave, I mean, just by a drive on the roadside or by a walk on the roadside, you'll see a lot of young people digging and washing gold. Interestingly, most of these activities take place very closer to the banks of the Brim River. And recently, if you drive through any part of the Brim River, you will see that the devastation that we witnessed years ago has revisited us. So the menace is there. They mostly use these transfer machines And these people are the local folks. You know, they used to call it kuli. People would just wake up in their house, pick a headpan, and then they just walk into the bush, dig a wash for good. It's believed that the small-scale miners, most of the licensed small-scale miners are also benefiting from the scheme. In the sense that they go and buy the gold from them at a very cheaper rate and then resell it. So, presently, if you walk through the town, if you walk through that enclave, it's very evident that you see a lot of young guys on the road. And then even the Wenchi town, if you enter the Wenchi town, most of the roads, you see that the gravels on the roads are from the mining side. So it's evidence. Everybody who knows the enclave knows that this town is a mining town, and then the menace of Galamsey is very clear there.
Now, the chief says that they can't stop because there's no other job for them. What did the youth in these areas used to do before Galamsey became widespread?
But the history tells us that the entire enclave used to be a farming area, but decades ago, since the GCD came into being, and then proud to now the mainstay or the main bone of the economy is mining, and then it is something, or these are words that has been on the lips of a lot of people in the area. They will tell you that the government has not provided any job for them. That is the only source of livelihood, and they cannot stop it. You see that they die or they do it. So it's a very dire situation we are talking about in the Wachi enclave.
So this is Achimwinchi in the Kwabibrim Municipal District, am I right?
Precisely,
yes. It says here they have a total of about 121,698 citizens as at the 2021 census. And majority of them are
they actually share boundaries with Akwatia, and you know the history of Akwatia. Akwatia is also a mine town, so the entire enclave, you know, the Kwabibrim enclave is noted for its rich natural resources, especially gold and diamond and all that. But now gold is the talk of the time of the town. So when she falls part of the rich golden enclave within the Kwabibrim area.
A great number of voters there as well. Maxwell, thank you for that update.
You're welcome.
Now, of course, Achimwinchi is just one place where mining happens. It is widespread across the country. It is getting worse. It is being done now in plain sight. And the effects of it, nobody seems to care. Erastus Asaridonko has been keeping a weather eye on the situation with Galamsey across the country. And he's with us this morning. Erastus, is it getting better?
Kojo, you know the answer to that one.
Well,
it's not getting better, and it's not something that I am saying. You can see it from all angles across the country. When you are traveling, you see it by the roadside. If you are somebody who uses the Kumasi Accra road, when you get to Otino, somebody gets inches close to the main road. I don't know whether he wants to get to the main road and perhaps dig beneath it. He's almost there, and he's mining actively. I don't think the Minerals Commission has given license for that illegal activity. When you get to Konongo on the main Kumasi Accra road, you see it glaringly. Excavators digging left, right, center. When you go to Wasada Dieso, that town is now a Galamsey town. The tailings, the sludge from the mining, which is very poisonous because it contains a lot of heavy metals, is flowing along the main road. The main Diasu road is flowing along the main road. You can see it. Wow. Excavators digging beneath homes and all that. Get to Udumase, Konongo Udumase. People are still digging beneath houses. It has so far killed 2 people because houses have collapsed and killed 2 people. They are still digging beneath houses at Udumase. It's across the country, everywhere. Recently, some diplomats asked me to take them to a community affected by illegal mining. I took them to Ewusiejo in the central region, and the Butte River is what they depended on for farming activities, for domestic chores and all that. Now that water is highly poisoned. Do you know what they are doing? Now they are buying aluminium sulfate, the women, and they demonstrated it to the diplomats. They buy it for 1 cedi, and then they fetch the polluted water. They mix the aluminium sulfate with it, and when it settles the particles, then they pour it and use it to bath. And when I looked at the children, they have all these skin rashes all over their body, and the women are saying that when they bath with it, they scratch themselves. And if you Google the effects of aluminium sulfate on the skin, you can see that this is a reaction coming from it. And mind you, when it settles the particles, it doesn't mean that the water is safe for use. Many of the indigents do not know. When we got to Atrebuanda, close to the Pra River, same issue. They buy aluminium sulfate. It's sort of like you're buying tomatoes from a shop. And that's what the women use to settle the water, and they use it for domestic chores. Look at the implications, the health implications, and many of them do not even know. And across the country, every major river or stream, just mention the name and I'll tell you, because we've tested samples from them, and they are all polluted. A country with all its freshwater sources, highly polluted. And that's what we have across the country. I can't even talk about the forest reserves. Now, it's worse than ever. They are penetrating into many of the reserves. Some of them have been legally given out. And even before the legal occupants could start mining, there are people who have gone in and have started mining. A clear case is the Draw River Forest Reserve. Now there is somebody, I know it has been given to Better Land Services. The case is even in court. There is an injunction placed on mining there. But somebody doesn't even care about the injunction. He's there, mining as we speak, in the Forest Reserve. So it tells you of the impunity with which people are doing it now. And when you ask them, they say it's an election year, so there is no fight. So you've been given leeway to go all out and make money.
Let's talk about that. Currently, as you go around the country, pursuing Galamsey stories, have you seen any state organization or organ or institution or task force or official fighting Galamsey?
No, there is no fight at the moment. If any government official says there is a fight, that government official should show me where they are fighting. There is no fight anywhere. There is no restriction. Nothing. It's open for mining. It's as if it's not even a nature crime, which is evident in our statutes. It's as if there are no environmental laws in this country. When you go to Dunkwao, there are champagne machines sitting close on the offing, close to a police barrier. And it's business as usual. The police are conducting their road checks, and they are also polluting the river nearby. It's like armed robbery is going on, broad daylight, and there are policemen also doing their job, minding their business. That is what is happening across the country. I challenge any government official to tell me where they are fighting Galamsey now across the country.
Prof. Kwame-Jan, I know you can't stay with us very long, so I'm going to take your take on this really quickly so that you can head off to your other responsibilities. Honestly, Prof, if this is not failure on the part of the state to protect the natural resources of this country, then what is?
Good morning to you. Please, the line is very faint. If you can do something about it.
Okay, we can hear you clearly. Should I repeat the question?
Okay. So then please let me take your question again.
Right. I'm just saying, looking at the current state of things, where there is literally no body fighting Galamsey, I'm asking, if this is not failure of the state to protect its natural resources, then what is?
You know how I would characterize it? You are characterizing it as a failure of the state, not so. It makes it a bit narrow. And the moment you say that it takes it only to the political actors, I would say that this is not just any failure. It's a gigantic collective failure of all of us as a country and a people and a nation. This is our collective failure. And let me tell you how we ended up where we are, at least one or two things. Even though I have other things, this is so important, I will make time for this conversation. We got certain things wrong as a country. And the decision to reverse what went wrong has taken a very long time in coming. So, number one, where we went wrong. The whole legal regulatory framework for the mining sector has fundamental flaws which require surgical action and real commitment to address. First one, the question of the ownership of resources in this country. Your second one is the whole licensing regime, the whole regime of licensing. How do you apply for and obtain the right to mine a mineral in this country? Then the other challenge with the regulatory legal regime is the question of benefit sharing. How do we share the dividend from the exploitation of our mineral resource? So, Sami Odami sent me a write-up on Joy FM, on Joy Online, about the comments that were said to have been made by a traditional ruler. And the traditional ruler raised the question of how participatory is the process of getting a license to mine the resource. Who are involved? At what stage will the community and their traditional authorities get involved, if at all? So this whole regime whereby someone in Accra signs off on a mining lease, he goes to the community, the person has a lease already granted, sign off in Accra to go to the mining site to take gold. If, for example, the licensing process starts from where the mineral is located, the applicant goes to the ground, the entire community and the applicant and the stakeholders over there, they all agree on what lands are mineable and what lands are not mineable per their local conditions. Somebody takes a site plan from Minerals Commission and carves out an area and puts in an application for that whole area. Whether it covers a school building or school compound, a cemetery. A whole township. It's a mining concession. So, and then the question of sharing of the benefits. The Article 257 Clause 6 of the Constitution says all minerals in their natural state are the property of the Republic, and they are vested in the President in trust for the whole of us, all of us. It means the mineral ownership is taken out from the land ownership, and the grant of concession is centralized for some people in Accra. The benefit, which is in terms of royalties by law, a royalty is a periodic payment which is made to the owner of the resource. So, entitlement to royalty is also a matter for the state. So, if you visit our typical mining areas, I think it was Erasmus also. Someone earlier was talking about Obuas, Akwetia. Akwetia used to be the diamond hub. They had a company called Consolidated African Selection Trust, which was in the acronym called CAS. Which later became Consolidated Diamond, and which later became something else, and which is now nothing. So the question of how do you share the benefits? Go to Obuasi, go to Takwa. My first trip to Takwa, I passed by Takwa and went all over about 1 hour of traveling. So I said, no, maybe where is Takwa? Because I was told Takwa was just about ahead of me. I asked some one Takwa I saw by the wayside. He said, oh, Takwa, you passed by Takwa about an hour ago. I said, so where was Takwa? He said, where you saw the railway line crossing. That's Takwa. I said, wow, Takwa. That was Takwa. After all the gold, that was Takwa. After all the gold, that was Obuasi. So if the people who live close to the resource don't see the benefit of the resource in their lives, they will collude and connive with anybody who is coming to steal the resource. After all, they are not the owners of the resource. The owner of the resource is the state. And for all the number of years you have been on this planet, have any of you seen the state before? Have you seen Ghana before? You know how he looks like, or whether he's a male or female.
Wow. Let me bring in.
So that's my point number one. My point number two, which has brought us to where we are, is the general atmosphere of indiscipline and impunity. There are some scholars who argue that this thing about impunity and indiscipline was one of the legacies of the many revolutions that we have been through. Then we not go sit down and all those things brought us to a point where gradually we decided not to respect authority and not to respect law and order. So with this collective defiance of law and order, all of us have become a bunch of indisciplined, lawless people, to the extent that on the main Accra-Kumasi road, in the glare eyes of everyone, because that road, presidents and prime ministers and speakers and military and police, everybody uses that road. Just inside Osino town, I won't say outskirts, inside Osino town, about 20 meters from the main Accra-Kumasi road, go and see, mining is happening there. We have no regard for law to the extent that in the past, who would have dared to mine a mineral 10 meters from the Accra-Kumasi road? All of us, we see it, we walk away because everybody is helpless. Go to the policeman that the reporter was saying was standing at the place, minding their own business, checking their traffic. He is also helpless. The soldier is helpless. The politicians are also saying they are helpless. The media people are helpless. We in academia, we are also helpless. That is why I'm saying this is our collective failure. It's all of us who have failed. We saw this thing coming. We should have taken steps earlier. But, there's some sense that political actors are also involved. And I'll tell you something. I'll give you an example using the University of Ghana. The University of Ghana is one state institution that has a lot of land, but has done extremely well in protecting its land. I tell you, one of the main reasons for that, university officers are not complicitous in stealing university land. So they guard jealously the university land. If you have game wardsmen, game wardens who have become protectors, you cannot protect the wild animals in the reserve. We should all ask ourselves, is it actually true that political actors are also involved? Otherwise, why can't they crack the whip where they have to? I am not saying we should stop mining. I still believe that mining has some good things, but it has brought some consequences that are gradually running all of us in. So the question is, how do you do it to minimize the environmental damage associated with it, but still create an opportunity for people to earn a living? And in any event, if you go to my village, Achomakufufu, in the Atiwa West region, or Atiwa West district of the Eastern region, my brothers, I'm telling you, there are more foreigners involved in illegal mining than the locals. So we probably have to flush out the foreigners first and find a way to deal with our locals. Because the locals, opinion leaders and traditional authorities can engage them together with state actors and local actors. But I stand by the wayside. I have some farm by the wayside on the Kwabin Road. You see 12, 10, 30 men with headphones and equipment walking along the road. If you engage them in a conversation, they speak no English and no Ghanaian language. You ask them their nationality, they say, we are Burkinabes. Wow. Can any Ghanaian go to Burkina Faso and carry a shovel and an axe and a pickaxe and walk onto any land and mine gold? I mean, what kind of thing is this? So we should go back, and the things that we can change in our laws, let's change them. The things that we should change in our behavior, let's change them. This thing called democracy, what else it has brought us? The era of political parties came to increase the level of impunity. And I'll tell you how it happened. The party structure is such that people who are political party apparatchik, they think that being a party office holder or a party sympathizer of repute makes you not amenable to the law. And law enforcement officials, when a political person is involved, they don't want to do it. Because, this thing that they say, order from above. Order from above is a two-way street. It can be put him in jail or release him. It goes either way. That's why I am saying this failure, I will not say it is some political class that has failed. All of us, we have failed. And because all of us have failed, if we all want to fix this system, we can fix it. It's not going to be today or tomorrow. But we should find a way to fix it, including what to do with the mined out areas, those areas that have been mined out. Because, look, if you don't deal with that one, you still have something on your hands. And this thing about there are no jobs, and so, for me, I don't think that's the real reason why we have not been able to crack the whip. It's not because there are no jobs. The mining thing, Raymond, I'll tell you, one day I was in my village, and we had tried to stop mining over there, illegal mining. One day, early morning, I got some unsuspecting crowd of women in my house. All the women who sell food gathered in my house early morning. You know what they came to tell me? They said, "Lawyer, we have been told that you are trying to stop the Galamsey. These are the people who buy our food. Our local people, when they buy the food, they don't buy meat. It's the Galamsey people who can buy good meat and good food. If you stop them, all of us will be out of business." I'm telling you this to let you know that the Galamsey thing is an economy in its own right. So if you are dealing with it, you have to be cautious. But it has to be dealt with caution and proper strategy. With people who are at the forefront, who are not themselves participants in the process. Because if you are a DC and you have a mining site, the people, they know that the DC too has a mining site. They know.
Lawyer Kwame Jan, Professor Kwame Jan, I thank you very much for your time. I know you have another engagement, so we appreciate you taking the time to break it down for us this morning. Before we take a message, I want to hear from Kwame Sapon Asidu. Kwame, I wonder, I mean, look, we've seen examples of the will of the people, causing change. We've seen how, organized labor stood up and suddenly the hotels were no longer for sale. We've seen how people have hit the streets and demonstrated, and governments have turned around and done what the people want. Galamsey seems to be the only thing that everyone agrees is bad, but nobody can fix. Why?
Well, thanks, Kojo, and good morning to everyone. Yes, once you have a problem where everyone accepts it's bad, but no one can fix, it means everyone is involved in the problem. And that's what Lawyer Kwame Jan basically has said. That's what Erastus has said, and that's what your correspondent in the Eastern region has said. Everyone is involved in the problem, because if you talk about the political players, they require the political will. Assuming they have the political will, they need people to enforce the law. When you go to the enforcement, it comes from the police, we've used the army, we use the national security, and then you have the courts. They have to play ball as well. If people in those security and judicial architecture are involved in the problem, they wouldn't play ball. Then the next level becomes, once there's no enforcement, impunity begins to rear its head. And how does impunity rear its head? It rears its head because the main people who have the money, who can buy the champagnes and buy the excavators and all the equipment, would not go onto the land to mine. They would have to employ people. If enforcement works, these people are concerned that they may be arrested and locked up for a very long time or fined for a very long time. But if it's not, enforcement is not working, and the same political players have not created an ecosystem in which these people who are the handlings of the mining can find alternative jobs, be it farming, be it entrepreneurship, be it something in the small scale, then their only alternative would be to turn to these people, knowing that nothing would happen to them, to mine. The unfortunate thing then becomes that as they mine, the first two I talked about, those with the political will the security agencies are far removed from the problem. So when the immediate impact of Galamsey starts, it affects these people who are actively doing the mining. And that's why you hear that they are trying to use alum irregularly to try and get the silt out of the water, and they are bearing the brunt of the rashes. But you see, the rashes, for me, is just the start. The skin cancers are going to start showing. The skin cancers are going to start showing. And when those skin cancers start showing in those communities, mind you, cancer is not covered on the NHI, so they don't stand a chance. The people who are employing them do not give them any private insurance, so they don't stand a chance. And these people would have serious health issues. I'm just talking from the skin. I've not talked about the renal issues and the liver issues that are going to follow through. So when I look at it that way and we cannot solve this problem, then I ask myself, what is the easiest fix? Because when everyone is involved in a problem, you have a vicious circle. And you have to break the circle. How do you break it? That is where leadership comes in. And I always go back to this book, this article that was written in China when Deng Xiaoping came. He says, practice is the sole criterion for testing truth. So when people come and they talk, don't take them serious. Let them act and let us see the outcomes. So if a president then comes to tell me when we are all involved in the problem and the president says, yes, all of you voted for me, because the minute we vote, the person who wins has been elected by all of us. And says, I am going to put my presidency on the line because this is affecting all of us. And then it turns out that the test of truth shows as failure because the water bodies are all gone, the forests are all gone. Then you ask yourself, what next? Because I tell you what, Kojo, we wouldn't solve the problem from the bottom. And the last thing I would add, which for me is what makes me sad, is that we've destroyed most of our water bodies. And we've destroyed the fauna, the fishes, the crabs, you name it, that are in these water bodies, which are delicacies, which feed us, they give us protein. Guess what? The irony is, the people, like Kwame Jai was saying, he had some Burkinabes, we've heard people talk about Chinese. The people we claim have come into the country to assist us destroy our water bodies and our forests are the ones who are now big in fish farming to feed us. Why? Because they have realized that we cannot even take opportunity when we've caused a calamity. So they come in, they help us to destroy, and then they exploit the distraction to produce food to feed us. Is this not an irony? Why am I saying this? It tells me that if we didn't do the Galamsey, there are other options. If these people have come in and they are into fish farming and all sorts of things, now people say, oh, the Chinese are into fish farming here, there. That tells me that if our leaders think they can find other options that would provide money for the youth involved in this. And for me, that is what's important.
Kwame, before I bring back Erastus for some final thoughts, let me ask you this. I mean, look, the president said he would put his presidency on the line. He said he would provide alternative livelihoods. He said he would regularize small-scale mining. He said he would reclaim land. None of that has happened. In fact, what he has done is he has allowed for companies to now take mining concessions in forest reserves. What he has done is that he has excused companies that have been caught mining in forest reserves, claiming that they are not mining as we speak. Now, there are some who look to the alternative, the next in line. Former President Mahama, who says that he will come and give amnesty to those who have already been prosecuted for it. I mean, let me ask you your take on that. Will that help?
Well, I think when this statement was made, I went back to watch what President Mahama was saying. And though I would disagree with releasing people, because you realize that when I was speaking earlier, I gave the trend of all of us being involved. And I said one of the things that breeds impunity is a lack of enforcement. So if these people are released without an assurance of enforcement, I disagree. Because it's even going to entrench the impunity more. So what I would want to hear from former President Mahama, apart from trying to arrest the kingpins, which I heard from Nana Akufo-Addo, but hasn't happened, is how is he going to arrest these kingpins? And how is he going to use the security services and the courts to ensure that when they are arrested, they are locked away for a pretty long time? And how is he going to find alternative livelihoods for the people who are imbibed in impunity and are engaging in this mining to the detriment of their environment? I hear the house to these. I don't think just saying I'm going to release those who've been jailed, because already we are struggling with enforcement. The community enforcement we've got to, if we are going to let them out without ensuring that the enforcement will improve, on the simple reason that the kingpins haven't been arrested, I would worry. But that said, if he can prove to me that this is how we're going to act to get the kingpins arrested and locked away for a very long time, this is how we're going to provide alternative livelihoods, and therefore we feel that the previous system has treated these people unfairly because these systems were not in place. And so they took the fall for a problem that we've all contributed. Then yes, I probably would agree with them being released because we would have put the systems in place. But until then, I would struggle with his position.
All right. Well, Erastus, just before we wrap things up, at this point, at this point, what would be? Do you consider that there is anything that can be done by these state players that they haven't done before? I mean, because we've seen them do so many things. They've sent task forces, they've set up interministerial committees, they've done a lot of things that didn't work. What can they try that they haven't tried before? Do we have Erastus on the line? I'm afraid we may have lost Erastus there. Raymond, by the way, and a big thank you to Kwame Sapon Asiedu, D&D fellow at CDD Ghana, as well as Professor Kwame Jan, who's a land law expert, and Maxwell Kudeko, who spoke to us from the eastern region where he's our correspondent. Thanks to Erastus Asaridonko as well, environmental journalist and producer, Poisoned for Gold. Ray.
Kujo, I'm still on the website of the National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program for Illegal Miners. It says he has been putting up these modules, National Land Reclamation and Reforestation, that is taking these illegal miners and putting them into this use, agriculture and agro-processing, responsible and viable and sustainable small-scale community mining. That is what it says. It says he has also done community enhancement projects. It's providing mining support services and apprenticeship skills training and entrepreneurship in various forms. And again, they've been touting some successes attained under this system, which includes, and they are telling us that they have actually done some reclamation. They say they have also provided some 80,000 jobs to people who were previously involved in illegal mining. At least that is what they are also telling us. And talking about deploying, when it comes to dealing with illegal mining, they also claim they have deployed a number of community mining projects, which is already happening across the country. And again, They say they have engaged 80,000 under the NAGLP, as I just mentioned. These 80,000 youth have secured jobs in reforestation alone. Then you ask yourself, when it comes to the community mining, which other grouping are actually doing it? If the same 80,000 are the ones who are engaged in the reforestation itself, when it comes to the other modules that they are talking about, because as a banner, they say 80,000 youth have been engaged. And it also says on the same platform, 80,000 engaged in reforestation. Louis Carroll Serradonco is the one on this platform to have been in charge of it. But we cannot dismiss the fact that it will take people of conscience to deal with this matter. We have allowed people who believe that the politics is for the next election. And the president kept on pretending. He said he believed in the next generation, not the next election. By their conduct, it has been shown that that's not what they believe in. Because, indeed, it will take leadership that is forthright, leadership that's not corrupt, leadership that does not put money first and votes first to say, I will nip this in the bud permanently. This is a country that's pretending that we are also fighting what they call it, terrorism and all those related to it. You can't stop illegal mining. People you can identify in our water bodies across the country. People you can identify in our communities, you can't stop them.
By our highways.
Yes, you see them.
You
How about those who are scheming in the night and working out some of these plots? So what signal does it send about our national security as a people? What signal does it send that we have a minister who sits in a ministry with deputies whose responsibility every day is to fight illegal mining? Today they say they are roaming in some other foreign country, attracting foreign direct investment into this republic. What exactly is the purpose of bringing people into a country that has heavily polluted lands with no vegetation? In any case, if they're able to do it illegal mining alone, nobody expects anything else from them. That alone is enough to guarantee the future of this country, the required vegetation, the flora and the fauna, for us to progress as a people.
Raymond, 80% of our water bodies are polluted. In fact, apart from one water body, the Volta, the rest are polluted. Galamsey is the strongest evidence that we are a ridiculous nation. Let's take some messages. We'll be back after these.
The luckiest star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to take it through as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car prizes are in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Hey, Eradi, where are all these high bills coming from? Now, wait a minute here. In these times of high electricity tariffs, Build-Freeze Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners are your sure bet to cut down on electricity bills. Build-Freeze cool your buildings comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% savings on energy consumption compared to traditional air conditioners. Build-Freeze come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Please call us for purchases on 053-1100-915, 053-1100-915. Build-Freeze, superior cooling with lower energy.
Gasaba. Smoke from firewood and charcoal is harmful and as damaging to our lungs as cigarettes. It can cause heart diseases leading to stroke and may even affect our eyesight in the long run. Grandmothers, mothers, sisters, wives, men, caterers, and everyone still cooking with charcoal, let's switch to LPG gas. The National Petroleum Authority has introduced the cylinder recirculation model in collaboration with local partners to make gas more accessible in all local communities. Whether you own a cylinder or not, join our CRM initiative. Simply show up at any exchange point near you with a small down payment to receive a filled cylinder or swap your empty one. Regular safety checks will be in place. Say ebisa mo say mo gas. Afi de gasaba. Switch from firewood and charcoal to gas for a better and healthier life. This message is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and the Ministry of Energy.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Happy Monday and welcome to Vital Signs by Sonotech Medical Center. I'm Dr. Grace Bachman. Today we're shedding light on a topic that affects millions, anxiety. Anxiety is more than just feeling nervous before a big event. It's a persistent feeling of worry or fear that can interfere with daily activities. Think of it as an alarm system that's always on, even when there's no danger. Common symptoms include racing thoughts, rapid heartbeat, sweating, and difficulty concentrating. It can feel overwhelming, but the good news is there are ways to manage it. When anxiety hits, take slow, deep breaths. It helps calm the nervous system and brings you back to the present. Stay active. Even a short walk can make a big difference. Lastly, limit caffeine and alcohol intake. These can exacerbate anxiety. So keep an eye on your intake. If you have issues with anxiety, reach out to Sonotech on 0242439467.
The most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
It's 39 minutes past the hour of night here on the Super Morning Show. I have a man in studio with me. He's a great man. He's a prolific writer. He's an entrepreneur. He's a human rights activist, a climate change advocate, and also a philanthropist. Of course, he's also a keen advocate for sustainable youth development programs. But he has written interesting books that you will want to know about. What one? Have you heard of the Poor Man's Wisdom before? I mean, Aaron, Poor Man's Wisdom? Is it possible in your mind? Oh, poor man can't get wisdom. How about A Tale of a Poor Wise Man? Yeah, these are some of the books that he's written, and I should be able to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, out there, Lawton Bentel. I mean, I did mention that you're a prolific writer and everything, but who really is Lawton Bentel?
Okay, thank you for the question. First and foremost, I want to thank God for His grace. It has been the Lord's doing that we've come this far. God could have decided to use any other person and not me. So I'm privileged to be graced as such. So I thank God for His goodness and grace. Okay, to your question, Lawton Bentel is a writer and a businessman. I believe that every dream, it comes through the multitude of businesses, just like the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 3. That every dream is fulfilled through a multitude of businesses. So I engage myself in too many businesses just to...
The multitude of business, the human rights advocates, the entrepreneur, all of that is what makes Lawton a great man anyway. And you write a lot, of course. You went to Stockholm too, right?
Yes, please.
Yes. Now, let's talk about what inspires you to write. All of these, Tale of a Poor Wise Man, a Poor Man's Wisdom. What really is the inspiration behind it?
It's situations and circumstances, happenings around me, and you see, someone must speak for the vulnerable. Someone must speak for the less privileged, the deprived, the disadvantaged. And that's where I come in.
Brilliant.
Yes. So I use the book as a platform, a medium, to correct some of these abnormalities in society. Yes, please.
Now, let's draw down to the specific book, A Tale of Poor Wise Man. What motivated you to write it? What's it really about?
It's about my homeland, Ghana.
Oh, I see.
Yes, if you read the story, you won't get that, but that is the intent. It's about my homeland, Ghana. It's about the continent, Africa. You see, growing up, I saw a number of things. I heard a number of things. I noticed so many things. I looked on many things and I received instructions. That as Ghanaians, as Africans, we know things. We are not ignorant people at all. The blacks, we know things, but we don't get things done. Amazingly, we don't get things done. And then we speak a lot. We discuss issues, but we don't end up solving them. We consume a lot, but we barely produce. And this is a problem. It's a canker that needs to be corrected. So that motivated or necessitated the writing of this particular book, A Tale of a Poor Wise Man.
It sounds very interesting, right? Now, the general understanding is that wisdom prospers, for example.
Yes.
Let me ask you this important question. Does the poor man automatically have wisdom?
Yes. The poor man has wisdom. You see, wisdom is simply the way your mind works. And the rich man has wisdom. The poor man has wisdom. Even the fool has wisdom. Amazingly, the fool has wisdom. If you check, for example,
but the wisdom will not make them rich.
Exactly. And that's the problem. He has wisdom, but the wisdom doesn't get him or her rich.
Okay.
And that is the problem. So, for example, let me use a scripture to explain this. In Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 3, for example, the Bible says, when he that is a fool, that means the character in question is a fool, when he walketh by the way, his wisdom. But from the introduction, we get the impression that the person is a fool.
Okay.
But the Bible says he has wisdom, even though he's a fool. So that suggests that the opposite of foolishness is not wisdom. Wisdom is simply the way your mind works. So the rich man has wisdom, the poor man has wisdom, and even the fool, he has wisdom. Okay. Amazingly, yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. I mean, that's a key point there. I would ask you what you have to tell your readers, but why should I grab this? I mean, the design is wonderful. The everything on it. The Tale of a Poor Wise Man. Why should anybody look for the book?
Okay. You see, the protagonist, the main character in the book, his name is Asiodu. The man is very wise. Very, very wise. If he gives you a counsel, you better take it. In the book, he advised or he gave a counsel to his father, and he changed his father's life. He gave him a permanent seat among the elders. And then chapter 1-2, he gave a counsel to a couple going through divorce. And the problem was fixed. Nonetheless, there's a problem with this man's wisdom. He has 3 wives, 11 children, and he's always borrowing in spite of his wisdom.
He the one giving advice?
Yes.
I see.
He has wisdom. So when you read the book, you see it creates a certain picture, an imagery in your mind. You can see Ghana. You can see Africa clearly demonstrated. So the story is not necessarily
not why the lotto doctor is not rich kind of situation. Yes, not that kind of situation, right?
Yes, not that kind of situation. Because if you have wisdom, you must see manifestations.
Okay.
So wisdom is not necessarily in a man's head, and it's not also the ability to make sense when you speak. Wisdom is in manifestations. If you have wisdom, let's see results. If you have wisdom, let's see works. For example, so okay, let me use the scripture, for example, to
illustrate this
point. You see, there's this one thing Jesus said when he was trying to define wisdom. You can find that in Matthew 11 verses 19. The same scripture is repeated in Luke chapter 7 verses 35. Jesus said, wisdom is justified of her children. What it means is that if you have wisdom, don't even tell us. You have children to prove that you are not barren. It's like calling a woman who has about 10, 11 or 12 children barren. She has children to prove that she's not barren. So if you have wisdom, Let's see works. Don't tell us. And I intentionally decided to launch this book this year because it's a political season.
Okay, so
we'll be
election,
voting.
yeah.
Yes.
What does it got to do with the election?
Politicians will come around saying many things, promises here and there, but don't look out for the words. Whatever they say, look out for results.
The evidence.
Evidence. Make sure that you look out for manifestations.
Okay, they must show working.
Yes. I think the talking is
getting too much, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's focus more on.
That's an interesting twist. And by way of final words, what would you like to tell your readers?
Just like I've been saying since the discussion started, the focus should be manifestations, results.
Okay.
Results. For everything, don't be enthused by words. Follow manifestations. Follow manifestations. Follow manifestations, and everything will be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, you sure should get this book, A Tale of a Poor Wise Man by Lawton Bentel, prolific writer, entrepreneur, human rights activist, climate change advocate, and philanthropist. Of course, he's also a keen advocate for sustainable youth development programs. Wonderful book by all standards and qualifications. And when we return from taking this message, there's a lot more. Don't go. We're still on Super Morning Show. Many thanks.
When you cry, be sure to dry your eyes, 'cause better days are sure to come. And when you smile, be sure to smile wide, and don't let them know that they have won. And when you walk with pride, don't show the hurt.
The National Sales Leaders Conference, organized by Core Event Solutions and MGA Consulting in partnership with the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana. It is on the 14th to 15th of August, 9 a.m. each day at the Accra International Conference Center. The special guest of honor is the Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam. Don't miss out. For more information, call or WhatsApp 050-2711070 or visit www.nslcaccra.org to book a seat now. See you there.
Everyone is running to Bills. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with acquiring any of our loan facilities. For whoever you are and whatever you're doing, Bills has a product for you. No susu, no deposits. All you need is your Ghana card. Call 0302-200-390 or 0596-928-33 today and live a bill-free life. Bills Microcredit is licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Welcome and now for a daily star 712 hash and found no regrets. A Sankoma investors are a striking gold. A Sankoma health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A Sankoma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a Sankoma passionate fan or also entering containing a joy. After to the seamstresser or turning a hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, come on, if you say your next big win is right here.
Dial star 712 hash and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial star 712 hash to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Nah, your child has lost weight too. But I feed him every day. Oh. Have you been taking him for weighing? It is very important to track your son Kumi's growth to ensure he's developing properly. Then I will take him to the clinic tomorrow.
That is why for me, after exclusively breastfeeding my baby for 6 months, I introduced other foods. This helps to provide all the necessary nutrients.
It is important to be taking your son Kumi for weighing, where they teach you the kinds of foods to promote your baby's growth and development.
They will even teach you how to always wash your hands before handling your baby to prevent the spread of germs and to get your child vaccinated against diseases.
Good morning, mothers. I am proud of you for discussing vaccination and the growth and development of our children. You can also get your COVID-19 vaccine if you didn't take it during pregnancy.
Next time when I go for weighing, I will go with my husband so that both of us can take the COVID-19 vaccination.
It is important to pay attention to your child's health, growth, and development. Attend weighing regularly.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
This is James. Leave a message.
James, the game's about to start and everybody's here. Salah's got the meat going, Erling's got the cold ones, Saka's chilling. Where are you, man?
All your best football friends are waiting for you to join them for the Premier League. From 10 August to 10 November, you can get GoTV Super Plus now for the discounted price of 265 cedis to enjoy all 380 games of the Premier League live. Don't wait. Upgrade today. GoTV. Love it.
Hi, welcome back. We've got about 6 minutes to wrap things up on the Super Morning Show, and this is a very good time for me to wish a very special person happy birthday. Raymond, help me out. Happy birthday to Oba Nyakwa. Let me tell you about
Happy birthday to Oba Nyakwa.
That's right.
I'm helping you. No.
You are very helpful.
Yeah.
Oba Nyakwa happens to be in the HR department at VRA.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, and today is her birthday. Unfortunately for her, she's in hospital with a little one, so she's not going to be able to celebrate it the way she wants to. But postpone celebration.
I deferred my own. You can also defer your own.
It's an option.
Do together.
It's an option. That's right. Yeah.
No.
Oba Nyakwa, don't you worry about anything. You'll still have the chance to celebrate your birthday in grand style. But in the meantime, may God bless you. and give you many more years on this earth.
Amen. Oh, amen. This is the only time Kojo answer prayer in his life. Anyway, well, okay, yes, Kojo, I need to give people the details. No, the book we just spoke about, right?
Yes.
A Tale of a Poor Wise Man with Lawton Bento. Please just call this number or WhatsApp it if you want a copy. 0244 813 707. 0244 813 707, or go to postshop.com.gh. When you go there, you'll be able to purchase one online, or just 0244 813 707. A Tale of a Poor Wise Man. The Ghanaian situation is what is encapsulated in this book.
Interesting. All right. Now, by the way, the third mini fair of the Habitat Fair is happening. The theme, of course, home ownership. Get a house, make it a home. And it's on from the 30th of August until the 1st of September at the, I think it's called the Good Park at Accra Mall. So make sure you're there for that.
I'm
8
going
a.m. to 8 p.m.
that
every day.
We should ban rent system. Rent determine, yes, they determine the cost of buildings. We should ban it.
So everybody should own their property.
Yes. In fact,
I don't mind that.
Going into the future, we should be able to develop this conversation as we are going to give people homes. Yes.
All right. Now, the Energy Commission and the Ministry of Energy presents the 5th edition of the Energy Commission Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge. Now, this challenge aims to develop the research skills of senior high school students and to promote technological innovation in renewable energy. The competing schools for the northern sector are Ula Girls SHS, St. James Seminary, Nkranza Technical Institute, WA SHS, Ndeura Jakpa SHS, Dabopa Technical Institute, Notre Dame Seminary, and Wali Wali SHTS. Now, the competing schools for the southern sector are Ahantaman Girls SHS, Mfatsipim School, Wesley Grammar SHS, St. Roses, Bando SHS, Raura, and Obwasi SHTS as well. Okay, so join the Northern Zonal Challenge on Saturday, the 10th of August, 2024, from noon, live on Joy News at the Engineering Auditorium of KNUST in Kumasi, and at the Great Hall on Monday, the 12th of August, 2024, at 10 a.m. for the Southern Zonal Challenge. The event is proudly supported by GIZ, Ashesi University, and VRA, media partners, of course, Joy News.
Now, all that you're doing today is sometimes you go straight to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically going to any of their branches. It is hassle-free. What you can do there is get all the stationery you need. You also will be able to get all the equipment and also furniture. Kingdom Books and Stationery is providing you this wonderful service, and they will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time, and there's free delivery to Accra, Tema, and also they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, just like Hanodame.
Whose voice you'll be hearing next with the 10 o'clock bulletin. We're out. We're back tomorrow with more, but stay with Joy till then. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
My name is Raymond Aqua.
Have a good one.